button has now been pressed. We are live and on the telly. You are live on Channel 4. Please do not swear. I don't know if all of that came out. Hello, everyone. It is Foxx from Modelmaking Guru here. Hello, 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 and welcome to another Saturday Hangout for our I forget what it's called now, the 2019 shockingly bad kit Mopelmaken group build for the Modelmakers Boomhut. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, some sad news tonight. We're not joined by Ted tonight, unfortunately, because there's been some sort of storm or something. There's been a bit of weather, and apparently his broadband's fallen over. So it's unlikely that he's going to be able to join us. So we're never going to find out what happens with his Messerschmitt ME109E. How can we ever find out? However, tonight we are joined by a couple of my very good friends, and I'll get to them in a minute. If you're not sure what this live stream is, as always, this is the live stream for the Boomhut group build, where we set our Boomhut members a challenge to buy a starter kit, a really crappy starter kit. Usually comes with paint and a glue and a brush, and you have to build the starter kit, but with certain restrictions. You can only use whatever comes with the starter kit. You can use some default items. You can use a cup and a plate or a bowl, unlimited water, unlimited kitchen roll, and a pair of scissors, and then 3 household items of your choice that you have to declare at the start, and you can't waver from them. So you're only allowed, model making wise, whatever comes with the kit. Everything else is household stuff that you would have nicked from your mum's kitchen or from a sewing basket or something when you were a kid, when you first started making models. So that's the kind of feeling, and they're usually pretty terrible kits. So it's basically a chance for me to watch people suffer with that and get the schadenfreude from their terrible builds. And what we'll be doing shortly is we'll be opening up this hangout to you guys from the Boomhut. Anybody can watch this stream, but any Boomhut members can join the stream. If you have a webcam and a microphone, or a webcam with a microphone, and your broadband is not terrible, and you've got a decent connection, then you can actually join this stream and hang out with these guys here and me, and just have a good time. And we'll go for a couple of hours. But anyway, if you're watching this anywhere, you can't see the live chat. There is a live chat. If you're watching it in the Facebook or anywhere else, just click the little YouTube icon that's down here somewhere. I don't know where it's down here somewhere. Click on the YouTube icon. It will take you to the YouTube page where the live chat is. If you can't join the stream, you can at least join the live chat and hang out with there. So I shall say, who have we got with us tonight? I have 2 very good friends. In no particular order, I have in the middle on my screen is our good friend TK from TK's Models.
Hey everybody.
Oh no, he moved his hand and then the camera screen dropped. He broke his internet.
Did I?
How are you doing, TK?
I'm good, thanks.
Do you want to remind everybody what your group build kit was and what you were using?
I have the. Let me find the box.
And remember, no swearing, please.
I've been moving stuff around.
TK always chooses terrible kits.
I have the box is too big for my camera, but the Revell 1/72 scale F1178 Nighthawk.
Nighthawk. And what were your three tools of choice?
I did choose some masking tape, a knife, and some nail file thing, which I already broke.
Have you learned to regret your tool choices yet? Or have you
Yes, because it's decaling time and I didn't choose cotton butts, so
you have to be very careful with your knife.
I'm gonna regret that.
Oh yeah. Well, you can't just use like your face or your nose or your eyebrow or something.
I could use my beard maybe.
Yeah, that's true. Kind of make it into a cotton bud shape.
Yeah, maybe.
Next up we have. Oh, sorry, go on. Oh, you got your brush. You can use your brush. What are you on about?
Yeah, I can use my brush and maybe get some hairs back in there because most of them have fallen out already.
In fact, I think you should use the brush because I've learned that using a brush to move a decal is like Sisyphus pushing a rock up the hill. It's just great fun to watch someone else struggle with it. What this is all about. This is about me getting some schadenfreude.
I think you'll be all right.
Yeah. And as well as TK, tonight we have my good friend Chris from Gross Models, who so far has built a TIE Fighter and a Snowspeeder.
I did.
Shows. How are you doing, Chris?
Yeah, I'm recovering from lurgies.
You had
last week I was pretty much right here, and then from Sunday onwards I wasn't. So I've had fun week not doing anything at all. come back to this, and if this kills me off again, then I'm just going to give up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I apologise in advance for any inadvertent coughing and spluttering that I may do. I will try and mute the microphone if I do, but I might not get to it in time. So
yeah, might not be fast enough.
Yeah.
Now, you've done your snow speedy and your
the first week I did the snow speeder, and then last week I did the TIE fighter.
Yes.
So I'm finished. I'm done. I'm just going to
thanks for coming in. See you next week. Bye.
No, I thought this week I'd drift away from the Star Wars theme and go proper old school. I'm doing the PZKW V1 AUSFB KINGTIGER. It's a tank.
Just say AUSF.
Yeah, I don't know what these words mean. I don't know what it means. It's got an abbreviation there, so obviously a longer word than that, really.
Ausfarten, geblasten, farten.
That's probably it, yeah. And a Plants vs Zombies thing or something. I'm not sure.
Zombies.
Yeah, so I've got some paints and some proper poly cement with this one as well. So this is going to be fun.
It's a tube. Did you include a pin as one of your 3 household items?
Of course I didn't. My 3 household items are continuing from previous weeks. I have a tiny pair of tweezers, which are mostly useless.
Tiny pair of tweezers.
Some scissors that have actually done very well, been getting bits off spruce. So I'm quite happy with those. Okay. And a metal filey type thing, which has again done quite well. So 2 out of my 3 have been working, and I'm sticking with them again, considering to a new kit, new build.
And to be fair to Chris, even though he's got a Swiss Army knife with 1,000 different things on it, he has just stuck to the scissors and the tweezers.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it might be one thing technically, but it's also, 3 things technically.
Now, I think we should do, because this is a new one for you, so I'll have a quick look at what's in your box. I'll have a quick whisk through the chat in a moment, see who's in, but Nick Butler does say, I'd love to know if the treads on that tank will match and fit.
Well, they're rubber. That's as much as I know. I don't do tanks, so unfortunately, I think you're watching me suffer is going to be less fun than it would be watching somebody else suffer, because I don't know what it should be like.
Everybody knows what a tank looks like. You've got a picture of it.
I know what a tank looks like, and I'm sure it'll look roughly like that anyway.
Yeah.
It's not like I can say, "Oh, look at this! These tracks are terrible." It's like they're tracks. I don't know what they should be. So,
now see, you've got them tracks, and you haven't got a stapler.
I haven't got a stapler, but they've got little things that you put it together with. You can just put it together, don't you? Glue them.
Yeah, you don't glue rubber tracks.
Yes, you do.
You have to get a screwdriver and a candle or a tea light and heat them.
I haven't got them.
Interesting.
I have a tweezers, a skid scissors, and a metal thing. I'm going to be using camo like that, obviously, just like that.
That might be one of those things that happens off camera when the stream's finished, and I didn't use any other tools, but I managed to get them on.
Well, I'm slightly concerned that there's more bits. They all seem to be wheels.
Yeah.
But I didn't think tanks had wheels, so I don't really know what's going on.
Yeah, you're going to be... This may take a few...
But I'm sure I'll be able to do this in a week anyway, because I did the other 2 in 1 week each, so I'm sure it'll work.
Yeah, you'll be a few weeks now.
It's fine.
Look at Ted with his Messerschmitt.
You've got decals and numbers and crosses.
You've got a clutch of 5 decals.
Yeah.
Paul Di Tommaso asks, is Ted not on today? No, Ted's having some broadband issues. He's had an update from his broadband provider. Network update. We are working on the problem in your area. It's taking longer than expected to resolve. We will continue to keep you updated from his broadband provider. Yes, they've obviously had an outage in their area. So got no broadband at the minute. So there you go. I'll quickly have a quick whiz through the chat before we open it up to everybody. I, of course, am not working on anything, because, as I said, the whole point of this stream and this group build is really for me to have chuckles at everybody else suffering. It's not really. I'm too busy being pretty on telly and looking after you guys and herding the cats of people coming in and out of the chat, so there won't be any chance for me to do any building. So I'm not taking part in the build. I'm just boosting. But let's have a look in chat. Pascal Leaverse wasn't the first in, but unfortunately, I can't remember who was first in because it's actually gone off the top of my chat window. But I know it wasn't Pascal. Pascal's slipping.
I bet he was.
Yeah. Let's have a look. We have Quano Man is in. Welcome, Quano Man. BNT is in. He just joined the Boomhut today. Welcome, BNT. Our new friend from the Netherlands / Dutchland. Let's have a look. Who else have we got in? We have Cy Reynolds is in. Welcome, Cy. Gross Models, don't know who that is. No idea. Nim Cinderin is in. And Nim is actually joining us. He's now got himself a kit to build along. So Nim is joining us. Cy Reynolds, Nick Butler. He says Spam and Marmite Brigade checking in. Tony Blackwell is in. Evening, Tony. Paul Di Tommaso, as you know. Who else have we got? Scott Sutherland is in from Orkney. Hey, Scott. Dad is in, one of your moderators for the evening. Hi, Dad. We have Kogel 1986 says hello, welcome Kogel 1986. Chris is doing all the ripping and tearing.
Well, I've got to get into it somehow.
And so far, that's everybody we've got in chat. So welcome. There are a couple of questions I want to get to first.
Why are we doing this? Is that one?
Yeah, well, that's a question you could ask.
Why?
BNT was asking about what the rules were for the build. And then there was a confusion because somebody thought that he was suggesting his wife would be one of the household items. So Chris said, yeah, one times wife is an optional extra. But apparently Mrs. BNT is going to make her first ever kit, her first ever model, and she's going to try and join along with us doing our group build. She's going to make her first ever model, which rather wisely is a helicopter. That's going to be fun to watch that. Good luck with that one. Never mind, just jumping in straight in the dive in. So hello, Mrs. BNT. First and possibly last ever model. You never know. Hopefully not. So Reynolds says, if I class the missus as a household item, can I use her to build the kit? And Chris says, yes, as long as she doesn't kill you. So there you go. Was there any, I think there were a couple of questions. I know, maybe there weren't. Thousands of overlapping wheels, says Tony Blackwell to you, Chris.
Yeah, I'm not sure yet. I hadn't found any painting guides apart from the pictures on the back of the box.
Yeah, I have actually remembered, of course, you're making a King Tiger, which does have 3 billion wheels.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Candygram from Mongo is in. Axelrod is in. Sergeant Bones is in. Where is Sergeant Bones? Axelrod is from Canada, so we have to, of course, wave the flag of happiness. Yes, Canada, my favourite place on earth, even though I've never been there. I'm going to refresh my screen because my browser's hanging up again.
Yay.
So give me 1 second. I won't get lost, though, because I'll just keep them talking, Chris.
Hello, everybody. How is everybody? I'm still here. TK's here as well. I hope you don't want me to do much talking because I think my voice is going to wear out very shortly.
Yeah, I'm back now.
Good, I'll stop talking.
Yeah, you can stop talking now. You're free now. So, yes, so that's the lineup for tonight. Because Ted can't join us because his broadband fell over. Now, what we always do, and I'm about to do it in a moment, is open this live stream up to Boomhut members. Unlike any other live stream we do, I'm about to go shortly into the Boomhut and post up a link so you can join in the live stream itself. Here's how it's going to work.
I just smelt my glue.
Smell my glue.
Smell it.
Crazy people. Here's how it's going to work. Basically, I will post a link to this Google Hangout that you can see now in the Boomhut. So it's only Boomhut members that can see it. As long as you've got a camera and a decent, and obviously a microphone, and a decent broadband connection, you're more than welcome to join. However, if your stream is really choppy and it's like, and we can't tell what you're saying, or we're struggling to, understand what you're saying because it's a really bad connection, we probably will just kick you out again. Don't be offended. It's not that we don't want to speak to you. It's that we'd boot you out to give someone else a chance to get in. Hopefully we'll get lots and lots of people trying to join tonight. It was good fun last week. But if you have got a terrible or choppy connection, we might kick you out. But don't be offended. We're just trying to. You can then go off and try and restart your system and so on and see if you can fix it while somebody else has a chance to join in. And what we'll do, assuming that we get a maximum of 9 people in the stream, we'll rotate you around every now and then, boot somebody out every 10 or 15 minutes or something, just to, again, give the next person a chance to join. Now, when you get the link, if you're trying to get in and you can't get in because there's 9 people already, don't panic. Just keep the link there to one side, and as soon as someone jumps out, try clicking your link again. Just keep trying it and you'll get in eventually. So what I'm going to do, the just simple rules are, you've obviously got to be trying to, if possible, please be taking part in the group build. That's the whole point of the stream, is to watch you talk about the group build. So make sure you're taking part in the group build, and don't be a tool. Don't be a tool. Because if you're a bit of an idiot in the stream and we kick you out of the stream, we'll be kicking out the Boomhut as well. in the chat, in the text chat, you can do a bit of swearing if you want. We're all grown-ups here, and it's nearly 9 o'clock at night. It's no problem. Feel free. When you're on the stream, no swearing, please. It is a monetized stream. It is my income. Swearing kicks that out the window. So no swearing and adult stuff in the actual stream itself. We have to behave. It's live on Channel 4. Please do not swear. Anyway, I shall now go and post the link in at the Boomhut. Chris will amuse you for a few moments. Or maybe
it's TK's turn to do the amusing stuff this time.
TK will amuse you for but a few moments. Amuse them with your butt, TK.
What?
You were asleep there, weren't you?
I'm in the decaling zone.
Wait, what? My butt? What?
I'm in my decaling zone.
You're doing decals already. I've only just started building the kit. You can't be doing decals already.
He's had 2 weeks of painting white though, so come on, be fair.
I have 1 million decals. 32.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, that is the link posted in the Boomhut. Now I will keep the Boomhut open on my little iPad here, if I can get it to boot in, just so that obviously some people watching might be new Boomhut or not in the Boomhut. You're more than welcome to go in the join the Boomhut now. Request to join. You can absolutely do that if you want to. I'll keep the Boomhut open so I can see anybody trying to join. If you don't know what the Boomhut is, because a lot of people will be watching the stream without being members of the Boomhut is a Facebook model making group. There's about 3,500 members now. It's facebook.com/groups/model Boomhut. And it's my little sort of group on the Facebooks where people hang out, show off their stuff, and it's a really nice community. So if you want to go and join, you're more than welcome. And then you can come and join in the stream. So we shall see what happens. Let's have a quick look at the chat. So how are you two there in doing your buildings? How have you been with this week then? You've been poorly sick, Chris. You've not done anything, have you?
My sleep patterns have been completely strange. I was off work on Tuesday, so after not doing the e-models Monday, I didn't bother getting up on Tuesday. And then it's very strange. I sort of slept a lot, went to bed early on Tuesday night, Wednesday night. Thursday, I just couldn't sleep at all because I think I used up all my sleep for the month.
You used up all your sleep.
Last night was good again, so I think I'm back on the mend, and I'm doing well, getting there.
Excellent. How about you, TK? Because you've been getting some time back at the bench now, haven't you?
I have. Can I show?
Yep. Just a very quick welcome to Nim, who's actually joined us in the stream. Well, I'll get to you in a second, Nim.
Been working on my my Dakota.
Oh yeah, I do need to do one of those at some point.
So I've been airbrushing the D-Day stripes, which is masking, spraying, waiting for a day, clear coat, wait for another day, spray again. You know the drill.
Yeah.
So,
although I assume it's a case of did you do all the white first and then mask it and then do the black?
Yeah, I did the white in the big batch.
Yeah. And then
yeah.
Okay, that does not work. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, is that TK? Yeah, then we can hear you.
Yep. What's that? Does not work.
Hooray!
Yay!
Welcome to stream, then.
Hello.
You got your terrible shoot kit. What will you be building? Oh,
I built a zero.
It is done. Oh, yeah, that's the easy bit.
Well, I posted something about building it, so I could paint it. I pulled a Fox.
Yeah, that's the easy bit. Just building it.
Yeah. But
so what came with the kit? What painty paints and things? What did you get with it?
I got a silver.
Yep.
I got a green that is supposed to be white, but it looks more like Nurgle green.
Yeah, Papa Nurgle will be proud.
And black, and it came with brown.
You get 4 colors.
Yep.
Awesome.
Actually,
did you get
a quite decent brush?
Is it an Airfix for the Humbrol brush?
It's Humbrol, yeah.
Is that the one you've got, Chris?
Can't find it.
Big fat brush there, basically.
I have a Humbrol number 2.
Yep, same as mine.
Oh,
it's even designed for painting around corners already. Look, it's useful.
I got stinky glue.
It's only got one end.
Oh, you got the squeezy glue.
Yeah, I got one of them.
And of course, the decals, which is what I'm putting on after I paint it.
Yay! So, what were your 3 optional tools that you chose?
my 3 optional tools were a knife,
Good choice.
a multi-surface nail file,
That's all right. It's household. It's got 5 different files on it. So that's smart thinking. You get 3 different grades. You're like, yes, I can do all things now.
and a roll of tape.
Good effort.
I could have actually been really, really smart and go bribe my stepmom for a scalpel because she's a surgical nurse.
Could have done. But you
Yeah.
didn't think of that. But you didn't think of that at first.
Well, I would have to go bribe her.
Yeah, that's true. It's cheaper just to buy a box cutter.
Yeah.
So you're going to be painting that this evening then, or at least trying to, or starting on.
Yeah, really attempting to.
We might learn some American swear words.
Our swear words are the same as yours.
You've probably got some that we don't know. We live in hope. We might learn some new swear words. We always like to learn new swear words. TK kept us amused for days.
That was only with 1 word.
Mm.
Which one?
We'll come pronounce it.
The insurance one?
Yeah. Teach everyone, TK. Teach everyone.
Oh, I can't remember the word now. Oh, I have to look it up.
Oh dear. Let's have a look. Chat's going along nicely. We have who else we've got coming in? Kogel 1986. Wow, that was not even words. Kogel 1986 asks, "Do you have any Gundam projects ongoing?" But I don't know who that was aimed at.
I expect it's you.
I expect it's me. Could be anybody. I haven't yet. At the minute, I'm working on a tiny little submarine. Tiny little submarine. It's a U-boat. That's my E-models build. It took me a few more days. As soon as that's done, though, master grade Sazabi. Oh, yes. And I'm gonna. I think I showed these last time, but I shall reveal. I'll lock it on me. I shall reveal the decals for my master grade Sazabi build. Yes. Video gamers may recognize those. That's all I'm going to say about that build. So that should be in the next few weeks. If that's aimed at me, Kogel, that should be in the next few weeks. Master grade Sazabi. And it will be not completely brush paint, but it'll be quite a lot of it will be brush painted, not airbrushed. So stay tuned. Let's have a look in the chat. We have, I'll come to you in a moment, Nick. Scale model Vamps in. Hello, hello. Dad, I haven't sent you the stickers for Vamp and Muse yet. I'll get that done tomorrow. Butcher That Model's in. What ho, chaps? Welcome, Dave. Dave's started posting videos again, folks, so go and check out his channel, Butcher That Model. It's funny how it's the same name. So Redlen is in. Welcome, Redlen. The Downhiller. Hey, all. Nice puffins. Thank you very much. Skipper Ted's in. Yay. Ted says, hi, all. Sorry, but my internet has blown over. Just had an update from my ISP. We haven't fixed it. Gone for a brew. I read it out to them, Ted. I've told them all about it. I read it and everything. Paul Tomasa says, hey, Ted. Right, so we have a visitor with us. Now I'm gonna refresh again because I don't think my. Can you just give me a bit of talking, Nick, and make sure it changes to you?
Let's put the audio on and see if you can hear me.
Yeah, it's changing to you. I've locked it. There you go.
Wow.
I'm well, thank you. Yes, I'm at the end of my
tether
build. Yes.
With the meat plane.
My tiny little brush has brushed its last bristle.
It's expanded slightly.
This will now be relegated to the stippling and chipping brush.
Oh yeah.
So thank you, Humble Airfix, for this.
That looks like an old shade brush now.
It's just. This may actually go into my Rocky Horror anyway.
That's like my get paint from the pot brush.
But I'll get this got paint everywhere. But the Spamvost is done. Spamvost, and I took a I can't remember who was doing the X-wing who sort of used a little sprue stand, but
that was Steve.
Right. So I stole a sprue, painted it black, stuck it underneath, and added it to my box. So I remember what
use the box that had the display stand.
So hacky display stand.
Yeah.
But
I'm calling cheat on that because that's red.
I assure you, there is more.
It wasn't red last time.
Oh yeah.
You can see as it flies by that the decal red on the tail.
It's not quite the same red. I'll give you that. Yeah. Okay.
I have to say now, you can't do a flyby of the camera and not make the flying by noises. I love the power I have. I love the power I have as a host to get people to do dumb shit. It's great.
But I much enjoyed the vampire, which was earlier.
Yeah.
And yeah, the greatest joy in all of these has been discovering how many gaps you can truly have everywhere.
Yeah.
That,
it's an Airfix kit. I'd say pretty much all of them.
That the thickest amount of paint can slowly cover if you're generous and patient and you haven't thinned it down to the point at which you cry.
You have done 15 coats of paint there, so it's pretty fair. You have lost most of your panel lining, but hey, you filled the gaps.
There is one wing here that has no detail on it anymore. It is the smoothest surface.
Right, let's move along very quickly because we've now got BNT is in with us, and I'm suspecting this is Mrs. BNT.
Hi.
Hello, making your first ever model.
Yes, it's a challenge.
And who chose the helicopter as the first ever build?
I did actually because, well, we went to a modeling shop and they had a number of things for sale, and most of them really would need far more colors of paint than were in the kit. I didn't want to start with just painting, for instance, a soldier with black, red, and white, no face colors, whatever. So I just chose the one with the colors in the kit that were most exactly like the kit was supposed to be.
Okay, that makes sense.
Smart.
Yeah, interesting choice with the helicopter because they are kind of the most complex builds. You might have some fun with that one.
Yeah, well,
don't be discouraged if it turns out really complicated because trust us, none of us can build helicopters.
yeah, I've seen my husband doing lots of those, and really,
so is he doing a build as well, or is he just watching in the distance and marveling?
Well, he is with me. He's in charge of all the technical stuff for the stream, and he is a semi-professional modeler. So he's making lots of stuff, and I just thought, let me try my hand.
That makes
already
sense.
I have to paint gray over yellow, and I only see yellow instead of the gray paints. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, what you have to take away from this as being your first ever build is that if this was your first ever build and you weren't restricted to the paints in the kit and 3 household items, you'd be having a lot more fun. But because of the restrictions, don't take this as read that this is what making a model kit is like. This is not. This is what all of our parents put us through. Yeah, this is like 1978 making a model kit.
Well,
so when you finish this
story, his father gave him wall paint to paint his models.
Well, if when you finish this build you think I'm never building a model kit again, don't, because the next time you build one it'll be a lot better than this that you're going through.
Okay. Thanks.
It's like learning to it's like trying to learn to ride a bike on a bicycle made of razor blades. It's not something you're going to do twice. Now I am disappointed that only Nick has joined me in the awesome hat wearing department.
You don't know what I'm wearing.
That's true. Are you wearing an awesome hat, Chris?
No.
But it's wearing magnificent.
I'm wearing things, yes.
Good.
Don't worry about that.
We can. Oh, you've got a few wheels on there now.
I have. I don't know. This one doesn't seem to fit. I'm a little bit worried about that bit.
That normally means you've buggered something up somewhere.
I'm only on number 2.
You press the button.
It's got that bit that says go on there, and it doesn't go on there.
So you know the bit I'm looking forward to here is that when you've got a tank with lots and lots of wheels, you can airbrush over it really quickly. When you're brush painting, it's not quickly.
I should have picked straw as one of my. I've got the little thing off the brush. I could use that. I'll blow down that over the top of the paint pot.
See, technically, that'd be allowed.
Just dip it in.
You're not using anything that hasn't been provided with the kit.
I don't think B3 is the right bit to use, although it said it was.
Just remember to blow, not suck. TK, TK, you put that word in the chat. Oh, you did. Oh, that word that TK. Oh, I'm gonna have to try and say it now. I think we should all try and say it, except Mrs. BNT, because I think she'll be able to say it quite easily.
Probably.
I'll go first. I'm going to try and say it quickly. You've got one chance to say. Here's the rule, right? Have you all got the chat open?
Oh no, I can't see the chat.
Yes, you can. if you've got the chat, you've got to try and say it, but you've only got one chance to say it, and say it as fast as you can. Well, I'll go first. Arbeitssongs Geschichte Deise blah 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 blah. That didn't work.
Yeah, I'm gonna forfeit on that.
Oh, you got to give it a go. Go on. Who's next?
All right, let's get the best of the Scottish accent on here.
Ian Baljanid.
Yeah, the bulk here. It's Abras. Oh, fuck it.
We should record this.
It was a noble effort for at least the first syllable. Who's
I
next?
can speak English, and I'm trying desperately to learn German. I'm just waiting for Uncle Sam to pay me money so I can go buy Rosetta Stone. Big government shutdown. Last political thing you'll ever hear out of my mouth on this.
That's all right. We don't mind anything that well, let's not do politics and government.
I could do maybe an easier one.
Well, we've not heard Chris try it yet.
Oh dear, all right, hang about.
You've been telling all the wrong wheels in the wrong place.
I did actually put that one doesn't go on that end, it goes on that end, but that's why it didn't fit, because the other bit fitted on there. Right. Okay.
Learn your sprocket wheel.
Can you stop typing, because the chat's moving? It's hard enough to read it when it's not moving. Arbeitssongs der Zeskekring.
We kind of all get halfway through and our brain just goes, I'm gone.
Well, that's when all the vowels disappear.
Yeah. Arbeitssongs Geschichte. That's when it goes all Dutch. It goes from German to Dutch halfway through a word. And it's like a bar.
I'll put in an easier one.
Okay. I'll quickly have a look at the chat. Kogel986 says, Ja, Dude geworden. And I do apologize. Anytime I try and read Dutch, it sounds German. I can't help it. I don't know why. I have one accent and it's German when I try and do German or Dutch. Vamp is here. I'm here just trying to set up a strum controller on Assetto Corsa. I don't know what any of that means. Skipper Ted says, I see a good turnout for the ladies tonight. Well done. Thumbs up. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. This is a hobby that sadly is far too male dominated, and it's annoying. Yeah.
But I do have a cup of coffee that is making me awesome.
Yeah. So is this the one you mentioned your coffee boat?
Oh yeah.
Oh, is that how much is that? Because mine I haven't got here holds a liter.
It holds
7
that's about 16 bushels American, I think. Or
it's about 36 fluid ounces in American.
That sounds like a goodly amount of coffee.
Yeah, don't ask me to convert it. I failed Spanish.
No. But then again, that's American coffee, which is like a lot stronger than the stuff we drink. So
it's Folgers.
It's what?
It's Folgers. It's a brand out here.
But you all drink it black with like 13 coffees in it, and
I have marshmallows.
That's the right way to drink.
Oh, marshmallows in a coffee! That concept escaped me until now. Do you put them in? Do you let them dissolve? What do you do with them?
Well, you put it in there. I put creamer and sugar in mine. I put the cream and sugar in there. Put a couple handfuls of marshmallows in there. Then I fill it with coffee, and the marshmallows melt.
Oh, this is like just like putting street waffles in the bottom of your coffee and letting them just dissolve. Oh, I'm liking this.
We do it with the hot chocolate with whipped cream, and then put marshmallows in.
Oh, this is nice. This sounds nice.
I'm going to keep my coffee black and bitter like the heart of my soul after this kit build experience.
Hey, at least you've not been like TK and painted a billion coats of white. That would be even more.
No, red.
Paint bullets in aisle 5.
I don't know. This is why I love this build because it's just everybody's suffering so much, and I'm like, I'm loving it.
I know what I need. One moment.
Okay. What else we got going on? The Downhiller says basic beanie here because I was mentioning sweet hats. Evening dudes and dudettes says Zadster. Welcome, Zadst. Kogel1986 says to Alex Rod, Gundam grades. He's going through different grades. There's obviously a conversation there about Gumplas. Oh, Axel Rod asks, what are all the different grades of Gumpler? I shall expand on Kogel's answers for you, Axel. In order of expense and complexity. You have high grade, which are 1/44th scale, which are kind of this size. kind of that size. That's a high grade. They're quite simple builds. They're not complicated. Then you get master grade 1/100th scale, which are more complex and a bit bigger. Then you get perfect grade, which are 1/60th scale, which are super, super complex with billions of parts, and they're quite expensive, like £100 upwards. There are some in the middle. You do get 1/60th scale no grades, which are super, super simple. They're like high grades, but with very little. They're like a high grade, but in 1/60th scale. And you do get some other odds and sods in there that don't worry about those. But basically, it's really high grade, master grade, and perfect grade are the three main ones.
Foxx, you forgot real grades.
Oh yeah, that's because I've never done a real grade. Real grade is like a master grade, but in 1/44th scale. But it's a bit like a cross between a master grade and a perfect grade in that kind of 1/144th scale size. So I always forget real grades.
I've done one of them.
You've done one of them. I apologise if I keep doing this, by the way. It's really warm. I'm sweating and I have a massive beard, so you can imagine the outcome.
We don't have to imagine the outcome. We can see it.
Well, yeah, there is that. So, yes, there are different grades, and that's in the same price. High grade are the cheapest, perfect grade are the most expensive, and it's like an upward slope. They're all good fun. They're all good fun. They all come with stickers, water slide decals, apart from the car master grades. It isn't even German, it's Dutch, says Pascal Levers. I know, that's what I'm saying. Every time I try and read Dutch, it sounds like German. And if I try and read Dutch, it kind of goes German halfway through. I can't read German. I can't speak German either, but I seem to default to a German accent. Pascal says, I can say that word perfectly, sticky out tongue. Go on, TK, how do you pronounce it?
No.
It's like, oh,
I was busy.
Oh, I hope they weren't going to mention that.
yeah.
Ah, damn it. Where did it go?
But on the topic of Dutch, it actually
arbeidsongeschiktheidsverzekering.
Shall I pronounce words for you?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it, Beard. Go on, Mrs. B. Mrs. B, what's... Oh.
Arbeidsongeschiktheidsverzekering en bloemetjesgordijn.
Because it just sounds like you're going. Oh, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you missed the middle bit out.
Yes, the other word that TK put in is bloemetjesgordijn, maybe.
Yeah. Close enough.
I know that OE is like a blur sound, isn't it?
Blue.
Bloemetjes.
Bloemetjes.
Oh, and the E is oe.
Ooh, bloemetjesgordijn.
Yes.
I'm trying to say it honest, says Skipper Ted. Frankie goes, Tobbywood is in. Good evening, Frankie. Frankie's sending me a care package. I know one thing that's in the care package, and I won't tell you what it is, but it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome.
That's what I was going to say, Fox. Speaking of the Dutch, you remind me of a 17th century Dutch painting. With the beard.
I'm not that woman in the bath doing the thing with the nipple, am I?
No. If you look at male portraiture from the 17th century, you have the beard.
Well, there's a reason this type of beard is called a Van Dyke. Where you have it's not a goatee, where you have the thing and the. I'm kind of trying to perfect the sort of Elizabethan style with the it's not really working, but it's halfway there.
Yeah, but it's living on a prayer.
Yeah. So yes, Frankie's sending me a care package. I'm not going to tell you what's in it, but there is something in there, and it's going to be awesome. And he's told me I've got to open the box and everything as quickly as possible. So it could be a live animal.
I was going to say, what's alive?
Could be.
Huntsman spider.
Yeah, spider.
Half a spider.
Yeah, half a spider. Or one spider leg. Wait, where's the rest of it? Osric 9000 says, Fox, you passed the 20,000 subscribers. I did. Thank you very much. Yes, a bit of update. I did indeed pass 20,000 subscribers. I'm now on 20,006. Thank you. Thank you to everyone who was subscribed to my channel. If you're watching this and you're not a subscriber, like and subscribe. I will be doing, to mark this wondrous event, even though YouTube don't give you anything for 20,000 subscribers, they give you a silver button at 100,000. I didn't even get an email. They don't give you anything, but what I'm going to do a giveaway. And I'll be doing a video probably tomorrow at some point on Monday, just to do a little sort of a thank you giveaway. So keep your eyes peeled over the next couple of days. I'll do a little giveaway, and it's going to be epic. You're going to want to take part. Trust me. Stefan Lass says, hello, checking in while sticking parts to sticks in preparation for my very first use of my new airbrush tomorrow. Yeek! Welcome, welcome.
I do notice when Ted said about there being some ladies in the stream, and it was the week that he's not here.
Mm.
I'm wondering if there is a collaboration or a coloration there.
I don't know.
It just, you know.
I don't know if Nick's actually just fallen asleep or if he's just not moving much. Oh, he's moving. There we go. There we go. When people are reading and they stop moving and it's like, wait, what? Zazda says, in response to Nim says, what, Fox is an old master? One of those two words is correct.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
Yes. Kobold 1986 says, Stroomsoldatje or Stroopsoldatje. Stroopsoldatje. I got it right.
Yeah, you did.
I did. Did I?
Yeah.
Yes.
We had to get one right eventually.
Say again?
You had to get one right eventually.
Yeah, I can do the occasional Dutch word. Scott Sutherland says, Fox, are you and Nim in the same room? The walls look the same colour. No. Unless I suddenly live in America and I didn't realise it. He sent you an actual Jar Jar Binks, says Cy Reynolds. Oh, I wouldn't be excited if it was an actual Jar Jar Binks.
Jar Jar Marmite, not too bad. Jar Jar Binks, skip it.
I've said before that I love the design of the character. Don't get me wrong, I love the look of it. Jar Jar, I think it's a brilliant thing to look at. But it's when it moves and it acts and there's a voice and it's like, oh.
Well, you know the theory that he's a Dark Jedi.
He's a Sith Lord.
Sith Lord, which I think is far more palpable than Palpatine.
But it's like, yeah, as soon as he starts moving and they tried to put a character to it, it ruined it. Although I have to say, here's a shocking reveal. I'm going to wave the Canadian flag just in advance to calm myself down. Shocking reveal. In the Clone Wars animated series, he was actually a decent character. He was actually tolerable in that, bizarrely.
Okay, I think I've only watched Rebels.
It's actually Rebels was really good. I've a lot
of people.
I very quickly got bored of the new Star Wars living on the platform, flying around. Oh, is that Rebels?
Didn't start. Yeah.
Oh, is that Rebels?
No, it's Resistance.
Yeah, that's just. I'm like, this is.
I haven't seen any of that yet. I forgot about that.
It's not. I don't like the art style. I don't like the fact of things overexposed, and there's not much. Nah, don't like that at all. But I actually enjoyed the Clone Wars. I hate the movies, but I enjoyed the Clone Wars animated series. It was actually quite good. I think I was more marveling at how they got a voice actor to sound exactly like Ewan McGregor, which is quite impressive.
So it's probably how they got in the Kung Fu Panda TV show, how they actually have someone that actually sounds like Jackie Chan. He's actually the guy who does the Jackie Chan voice from the Jackie Chan Adventures.
Oh, right. Yeah, it's nice when you get a voice
Jackie Chan Adventures. Yes, that's uncool. Why you do that?
I didn't know this, but apparently, do you know the voice actor that did Darth Vader in the Rebel series was the guy that did the series on YouTube where Darth Vader worked in a grocery store?
Oh yes.
Was it called?
Yes.
I can't remember what it was called now. It was Chad Vader.
Chad Vader.
Yeah, and it was him. They got him to do the voice for him in Rebels apparently. Because it's really good. Jar Jar is the shot kit of the Star Wars universe, says the Downhiller.
About the same amount of colours.
Oh, yeah. Cy Reynolds has just become my most hated person. He says, I need to work out a way to code an Arduino or something similar and attach it to a care package in a fashion that when you open the lid of the box, Jar Jar talks to you.
I can do that.
Miss, I don't like this.
Yeah, you'll need a micro switch or some photo resistor so it spots if it gets light. Then just enough packaging. Yeah.
Don't tell him. Don't tell
It's
him.
one of them things that you get in greetings cards.
Don't give him.
That would be much easier. In fact,
Just attached to a tab.
when it breaks the seal for open, so you just have a fail to open on when this contact breaks. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you've just told him to do it. That's the funny thing, and this is another admission of me, is that, like I said, I love the look of the character, but the actual character himself just drives me nuts. I hate it. I didn't even mind
You're still opening this up now?
I didn't even mind the voice that much. It was the character, and it was the fact that it was George Lucas trying to do comedy, and the one thing George Lucas cannot do is comedy because he's just useless.
Oh, come on, THX 1138. It's a comedy masterpiece.
I was rolling in the house for that one. Well, he can't do comedy since about 1988. Because it's like he had little bits of comedy in the original 3 Star Wars, and they were good. But
who did Howard the Duck? Was that Lucas or was it Spielberg?
That was Spielberg.
That was Spielberg.
Yeah, that didn't work very well.
I was working in a video store when that came out.
Yeah, that was
Imagine
another.
having a 4-foot tall cardboard Howard the Duck looking at you for most of the day.
Again, that's another thing where it's a great character, but they just didn't do it very well. It's like what we really need is a Sam and Max movie. Seriously.
Who the hell?
Hello.
I'd settle for a return of Day of the Tentacle.
I've actually only got vague memories of that, to be honest. To be brutally honest.
You know, shoving a hamster in the freezer in order to send it to the future so it can be microwave defrosted to power the toilet of time in order to head back into the past.
That just sounds very LucasArts, doesn't it? You can't get more LucasArts.
It was very LucasArts.
Yeah, I never actually played that, but I've always loved Sam and Max because I had all the books and everything. So, yeah,
right. It's about to start raining heavily here, which means you're just going to get lots of white noise out in my conservatory. So I'm gonna wish you all good night. Thank you very much for the experience of
suffering
kit builds. Where's the glass?
You're not really saying thank you, are you? You're not really grateful for people for.
Well, if I was being philosophical, it did actually remind me of all the different skills I have learnt and things that I'm like, oh, I would do. I took a positive out of it. You're shouting for I didn't benefit here because I still learnt.
Oh, I don't want people to. I don't want to be a moral at the end of it. Good damn.
No, it's that bit where you're like, oh, I can't do that here, but if I did, yeah. You know, all those little moments where you think, I've kind of, yeah. there was a Zen and the art of motorcycle maintenance came out of it.
You're just minimizing my enjoyment of your suffering now, aren't you?
That's my skill.
Oh, my weakness.
Right, I gotta get going before I turn to all white noise.
All right, mate. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Hey, try.
Now, remember, folks, if you're watching this and you have a webcam at the microphone or a webcam with the microphone and a decent broadband connection, you can join this stream. We can take up to 9 people in total, sometimes 10 if it feels like it. I have posted the link in the Modelmaker's Boomhut. So if you're a Boomhut member, you can go and click on the link and join the stream. So go get clicking. There's lots of spaces. I'm going to go and load up the Boomhut just to make sure nobody's tried to join. If you're not a Boomhut member, go along there now and just click on that. Please let me join your cool gang because I'm a cool kid. And I'll keep an eye on it and I'll let you in.
I know.
Where's it gone? And it's just facebook.com/groups/ and I'll put it in chat in a second / model boom. We've got nobody wanting to join just yet. I shall put the link in chat now. Yeah. Let's have a look. Paul D. Tomasa says, Fox, if you plan on painting the Jar Jar figure I sent you, you should consider painting him as a Sith and put a black robe on him. That way I don't have to paint a little bit of him then. I'll be all right. Cover up most of it and don't bother painting it. Yes. Kogel also reminds me that I forgot to mention there are the mega size 1/48 scale grade Gunpla. Yes, they are awesome. They're the biggest ones you're going to get. And they're dead simple builds, but they're great fun. Let's have a look. They're all talking about how to make a thing into a care package that can have Jar Jar shouting at me. Ooh, I'm regretting this completely.
You know, you can always just use reverse psychology and just say, oh, I love Jar Jar. And they'll stop sending you things.
No, we won't.
Yeah, but maybe I do secretly love Jar Jar and I'm getting them to send me free things by saying I don't. Could be reverse psychology. I see. I'm not that smart though, am I?
No, I think you're edging a little bit too much intelligence into the
Well, any intelligence is lies, isn't it? Candy Grab from Mongo says Bandai is supposed to be announcing new Star Wars kits on Monday. Any guesses other than Jar Jar? I don't know. I think some like bigger kits from them might be nice. Things bigger.
They've already announced the next UK lot, haven't they?
I don't know. Have they?
The next like 3 or 4 kits that are going to be available in the UK at some point.
Well, I know that eModels, my channel sponsors, transparency, emodels.co.uk, your one-stop shop for your model making needs. They have on pre-order now. They've got the Snowspeeder and the AT-AT AT-AT, and
something else.
I think an X-Wing as well, but it's the 144th stuff. So for those that don't know, Bandai...
Slave 1, that was the other one.
Oh yeah, Slave 1. Basically, Bandai has been available in the US. Hey Dave, I'll be with you in a second. Bandai's been available in the US for ages through Bluefin, the distributor in the US, but in Europe and the UK it's been hard to get hold of because there's no official distributors. However, Revell are now going to be the official distributor in the UK and in Europe for Star Wars. So we're starting to get the Bandai Star Wars kits now. Hello.
Okay. So.
Where am I? I'm getting confused then. Yeah, so Revell are now distributing the Bandai kits, and as far as we can tell, it's good news because they're just the Bandai kits that Revell have not reboxed, they've not touched them, they've not changed them, they've not done anything, they just put their name on it. So, yay, they'll be good. So we can finally now start buying Bandai Star Wars kits in the UK or in Europe from our own retailers. Yes. Dave, you know you well.
Hello.
You're doing Age of Sigmar, aren't you?
I may be. There may be some Sigmar going on.
You're not doing a starter kit at all, are you?
Sonny.
I mean, right now you're not doing a starter kit, are you?
No, I just thought I'd to say hello, just for 10 minutes.
You're welcome. We need the numbers. Because you're not going to win a sticker, so you're not going to get in trouble.
No, there's no sticker with you, Bold, is there?
You're not doing stickers.
No. Would you like one?
I'd like one. I'll have one. I didn't know you had stickers. Have you got stickers?
Yeah, I've got a gross models one. I've got
one of mine.
I've got 3 of them. Yeah. No, actually, I will have to invest in some, won't I?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to try and persuade she who farts to let me have some pennies to buy some.
Yes. Well, for those that don't know, I do sticker giveaways on my Sunday live stream, and Dave, bless him, kept winning the stickers, and he's getting told off by his good lady wife for winning all these. Stop winning stickers. So then he stopped answering the question, and then he sent me in the question answer to use to give the stickers away. But then if I use your question answer, I can send you a sticker. He's like, oh no, don't send me a sticker then. Oh. And then he said, right, I'm not going to win stickers this week. I'm not going to win any. And then he'd answer the questions. And he'd be like, I'm sending you a sticker. I don't want one. No, you haven't one. Can you?
I keep trying to refuse these stickerages, but he keeps throwing them at me.
You just can't help yourself. Somebody asks you a question, you have to answer it.
I have to answer it, yeah. It's the way it is.
Cy Reynolds says, E-Models posted that they are now stocking the whole line now that Revell have them. There's about 10 currently. Yes, for those of you who know E-Models, they will be stocking everything that Revell can throw at them that's Bandai Star Wars, which basically means if you're in the UK and you've used E-Models before and you like them, E-Models will be a good place to get your... My camera's flicking back and forth here. Very annoying. You've got a place to get your Star Wars Bandai stuff through Revell. So yay to Revell for once. How do you know when it's a good Revell kit? Because they haven't done anything with it. They've just put their name on it. Yeah. That's how you know it's a good Revell kit. Right, let's have a look. I'm going to refresh my browser because it's flicking back and forth. 1 second. Keep them busy, someone.
Oh well, I've stuck all my wheels on. I've got to do the tracks now, but I think I've got to wait for the glue to dry a little bit. I don't know how long this glue takes to dry. It doesn't really say.
Forever.
It says it's flammable and inflammable.
Oh no!
Now, does that always confused me?
Is that Schrodinger's warning? It's
flammable means it burns, and inflammable means it really burns, or something. Or
yeah.
But unflammable would be bad, wouldn't that be? Like water.
Yeah. This is why everybody who is not a native English speaker hates learning English. Because we're rubbish at things like that.
Very, very strange language, isn't it, really?
Rat Pack 30 is in. He says, hey, Fox and everyone else. Welcome back. That says, that flag reminds me, Lidl have bottles of real Canadian maple syrup in £3.75 a bottle. I've got no way to get to my local Lidl. Oh!
Take the bus.
There's no bus that goes past it. My car's off the road at the minute. There's no bus that goes past it. I'm like, oh, but
go for a jog.
No. Listen, I took the bus to my local Warhammer store today, and I had to walk about 5 yards to the bus stop, and then about 100 yards from the bus station to the shop. And by the time I got home, my back was knackered. I'm in such bad shape. Terrible.
Rocking.
If you want to make your living making models, don't, because it just kills your back, your legs, everything. You just become so unfit and fat. It's not good for you.
Yeah. See, I bike about a mile and a half one way to work. I do. So I bike 3 miles a day.
How you bike to work one way? How'd you get back?
Smart. Expletive here. No, it's 1.6 miles one way, so its round trip is just over 3 miles.
Okay.
And I do that 4 days a week, so I bike 12 miles a week.
See, I walk to and from work. When I started working at the place I am now, it's only about a 20-minute walk. And my doctor had just diagnosed that I had a heart problem, so I need to exercise. So I thought, bite the bullet. So I sold the car 6 years ago, and not had one since. If I need to go anywhere, a distance, I just rent one. And I walk to and from every day. It's great. Don't mind.
Things I actually, because I used to walk all over the place. I was actually quite fit and healthy, but just in the last year, I think, I don't know why. It's just my body's kind of gone old, and everything's just kind of fallen apart.
Yeah,
in the last year.
I'm 45. Folks.
Yeah, I'm 48, so 47. I don't even know how old I am. I'm 40 something, 7 or 8. So yeah, it's just everything's kind of gone wrong at once. So whereas before I could happily walk around everywhere, now just like walking down the road makes me back hurt. I'm like, oh, for God's sake, body, come on. You're so feeble.
Once you get to 50, what happens then is gravity has a sudden effect on every limb of your body.
I was already getting that.
Everything sort of sags as well then.
Yeah, I'm getting all that.
Don't ask him about his saggy bits.
No,
don't want to know. Not on telly. Not on telly, dear.
I don't want to pry. Is that the panther you've got there, Chris?
Yeah, I don't remember. Tank.
Yes, it's the panther.
Tiger.
King Tiger.
Oh, the King Tiger. All right.
Yeah, the one with like 3,000 wheels.
Tank.
Oh, yeah. Giggle.
He was thinking he could finish it and build it and finish it and paint it in one night, and he's like, yeah, no.
It's nearly finished.
No,
Nearly finished.
Finished. Yeah, evening.
Candy Grant from Mongo says on the subject of inflammable, Chris should take a match to that cement to see which it is.
I don't know which one it should be though.
The Downhiller says, yup, cycle everywhere I can. Surprisingly good for my utterly crap knees. My knee's been knackered for the last 8 months, and so I've not been walking around as much. And that's probably why I've put on some weight and suddenly got really unhealthy. Because I had a lot of knee problems this last sort of year, which means I've not been running around quite as much.
Try a bit of gardening, Fox.
Yeah, we've got a gardener for that.
I'm not Fox, he's not the gardener.
Ratpack 30 says, question, is it only you who do the Mopel, whatchamacallit, who can join the actual stream? No, if you're not doing the group build, as Dave's sitting there is testament to, you can join if you want. We're not that fussed. At this point, we're not like overflowing with people trying to get on the stream. So if you're not doing the group build and you want to join, you can. If you're a Boomhut member, you can still join in. Feel free. Let's have a look. Oak79 says, hi, I'm painting some Russian infantry in summer gear. What colour would you recommend? The khaki and Russian uniform from Vallejo just doesn't look right to me.
Mud brown, because the ground has melted.
Yeah, mud.
Authentic.
I was going to say, yeah, if it's summer, it's not really that muddy, though, is it? I don't know, really. It's kind of... it's kind of whether how accurate you want to be and what research you want to do. I don't know what colours will be relevant for that particular uniform, but I would suggest for weathering, even though it's just figures, things like your weathering powders for dust and dirt effects, because summertime wouldn't be muddy and sticky; it'd be kind of dry earth. So,
what about that?
What's that one?
That's to be XF58 olive green.
Olive green.
Olive green.
Borry Models makes a good point. He says, you also gave up smoking, Fox. That helps with you putting on the pounds. Yes, it does. Don't give up smoking, kids. It's bad for you. You put on weight and get on fit. Yeah, when I was smoking 40 a day, I was up and down the road all day, walking miles, no problem. Now I'm like, oh.
Well, if you want a good green army, the War Painter Army actually does a really good olive green.
Yeah. I've not tried the army painter. Is it the army painter stuff?
Yeah, that's what I did my ranger green in.
Cool. Because I know I've not tried the army painter paint yet. I keep meaning to try them at some point.
They're basically like Vallejo, only their pigments can be a little weird.
Yeah, I did watch a test paint where they were doing like Vallejo and Games Workshop and Army Painter and some other ones, and they were kind of a bit thin and took lots of coats and a bit weird and streaky. But not too bad. But I'll try them at some point. It's just at the minute I've got so many Citadel and Vallejo paints, I don't need to buy any other paints basically. So the one thing I would say is for Oaks is to have a look on your preferred model store, online retailer, whoever that may be. Especially if it's not emodels.co.uk, your one-stop shop for your model making needs. Have a look on your local retailer and just see if they've got any paint packs, because most manufacturers now do packs of paints for things like World War II American infantry, Russian infantry, Allied fighter planes. There's usually a paint pack for a certain thing. There's quite a few of them around, so have a look and see, because they'll probably find there's a manufacturer, either Life Color or Army Painter or something like that, do packs for that specific period and that specific faction. You can tell I do Warhammer saying faction.
Isn't that Hacker or what they're called? They do
Attacker. Yeah, I think they mostly do vehicles. I think I could be wrong.
Isn't that war dance thing with the hairy man?
No, that's what the New Zealand rugby team do when they.
Yeah, it's that one, isn't it?
That's the Hacker.
You stick your tongue out and slap your legs, don't you?
I am the hairy.
Yeah, slappity leggity slappity that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
The words may not be accurate. Star.
I don't know. I'm tempted, Fox. I'm tempted to do that next.
Oh, you've got. I've got. Look. Oh, I would say, Dave. What I would say. These.
Yeah.
The bow planes on the front.
Yeah.
Absolutely little bastards.
Are they? Okay. Don't swear.
I forgot about that. They'll send me a thing saying it's not for monetization. I'll say yes, it is, and I'll say okay. Yeah, there's the armature that goes around it, and then there's the bow plane itself. Just be really careful because they're a really tight fit, and I actually snapped the little widget off my bow planes, and it does stay in place, but I have to glue it. But yeah, it's a right pain to get them in.
Yeah, the kit one, the Airfix one, U-boat. That's an absolute nightmare to do the bow planes on that.
There you go. Look at that. How small is that? That's the upper hull.
Oh, that's cool.
It's so small. I've not started painting it yet. It takes long when you're filming the damn thing.
Yeah. It's just taken me an hour to paint and film that.
Is that one of your nonsense Age of Sigmar things?
Yes. Yeah. That's the. I'll edit it tomorrow and post it probably Monday.
You ghosty ghoulie.
Ghosty ghoulies, me spookies.
See, I would quite like to do those, apart from they're not walking around with bolters, so it's of no interest to me whatsoever.
Yeah.
Or less rifles, you know.
Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry.
The thing I like about them, it's the lack of things. It's the voids.
Yeah, the negative space.
Yeah, it's amazing. Great.
Zad says, Dad's obviously made that U-boat as well, because he says, yes, they are a pain, those bow planes.
Yeah, Dad did it like the Beatles did, Yellow Submarine.
Yeah. No, not Dad. Zadster.
Oh no, sorry. Yeah,
I know Dad did one. He also says, as are the props. He says props, they're actually screws. As are the props when they go flying across the room. I got the screws on okay. But I'm going to be, because I'm airbrushing it and I don't want to do any masking, I've had to kind of plan building like the upper hull parts and then the lower hull parts and stuff. But it's all perfect. It goes together like a dream.
Cool.
Right?
I'll put that. That'll be fun.
Yeah. It's just like the tank, but without tank bits.
Yeah. I did the other tank. I've done that one. That was fun.
Is that the King Tiger?
No, the Panther.
Oh, the Panzer. Panther, even.
Yeah, that was fun. I've got the King Tiger there. That's under there as well, somewhere in the stash.
Rat Pack 30 says about the stream, wouldn't mind joining in, though. Not too sure how, except the need for Google Hangouts. I take it. You don't need to have Google Hangouts. You just need to have a Google account. If you've got a Gmail account or you've ever used anything on Google or you sign into your browser, Chrome or anything like that, you're probably already fine. I don't think you need to. All you need is a webcam and a microphone and follow the link and it'll ask you to sign in. And as long as you've got a Google profile somewhere.
Well, if you've got type it in the chat, you have.
Yeah, if you've got a YouTube account, you've already got a Google sign-in. It's the same as YouTube. So if you've got Gmail or you've got a YouTube account where you sign in, it's just that login and password.
I'm going to jump out and persuade Dad to jump in, and then maybe you'll find his yellow submarine.
I'll get a what?
If I jump out, I'll persuade Dad to jump in.
Well, you can stay in if you want. There's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 of us. We've got 3 more slots.
I'm not doing this shorten for the thing. I'll give somebody else a chance.
Okay.
I'll jump in tomorrow when I've finished work.
Jump in tomorrow?
Yeah, on your Warhammers.
Oh, you mean on the chat thing? Yes, we don't do joining on the Warhammers. We just
No,
you don't allow the hopaloi on that program.
The only way to join Fox's Warhammer tomorrow is to actually turn up in his front room.
No.
With Warhammer.
No. After the journey I had from up north the other day, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Well, you can come back. You can come back in a bit if you want, Dave. You're more than welcome. There's only 5 or 6 of us, so you stay if you want.
I'll jump out. I'm going to persuade Dad to jump in.
Okay. Thanks for coming in, Duda.
Of green paint done.
Oh, that's which paint have we got on there now?
That is the black and the green.
Oh, you mean it's got the green on? Wow, it's a really light green.
As I said, it's Nurgle green.
Wow, that's almost like white.
Yeah, it's not that much different.
It's pretty spot on, isn't it?
Yeah.
I take it that's supposed to be, is it a 0? What is it? What plane is it?
It's a 0.
The ones that are normally like a really dark olive color.
Yeah, there's actually like 3 different versions. There's the white version, which technically this is actually supposed to be.
Mm. Yeah.
There's the 2-tone green where it's got this color underneath the fin, underneath the wings, and then there's one that's a 2-tone green on top.
Oh, okay.
I looked it up.
Yeah. Research is everything. Now you know more than you ever wish you did about Japanese fighter planes.
Well, this is my first plane.
Oh, okay.
I have a Polyparkov in my backlog, which I've been staring at for almost a year.
I've got one up there somewhere. Little potato plane.
Well, I want to do mine up like the Night Witches.
Like the what?
Female bomber pilots in World War II.
Oh, yeah.
They flew over Germany in biplanes, and they would coast by cutting their engines, which would make them whisper quiet.
All right, cool.
And they had a 98% accuracy rate.
Kick ass.
Yes.
See, these are things you don't hear about. These are things you don't hear about.
Oh, especially in American schools. Like, literally, this is how if you study World War II, this is how it goes. Pearl Harbor, D-Day, Battle of the Bulge.
We won the war.
In the Germany.
Yeah, America won the war.
Dropped to atomic bombs. That's it.
We saved everybody. There you go. Nice and shiny.
Something a little bit about the Holocaust here and there, but again, that's about it.
Yeah. Let's not discuss the failings of the American educational system. Maybe a bad topic to start on that one. Yeah, but there's lots of things you don't hear about, the unknown stories in World War II, and some of them are amazing.
Yeah.
Like my grandfather was on. I've said this before. My grandfather was the Lancaster bomber crew, and they were part of what were called the airborne cigars, which were planes designed to fly over Germany or wherever the theatre of battle was. And their entire job was to disrupt German Luftwaffe communication networks and send planes to all the wrong places. So what they would do is they had on board, for example, a German Jew, so it's a German-speaking native German Jew who escaped before the war, and he would be there to purely work the radio and pretend to be a Luftwaffe air traffic controller and send the planes in all the wrong places. But all this was all really secret at the time, so there's a lot of people. The ABC squadrons were like, a lot of people didn't know anything about them. We didn't. When we found out what he did, they would just say, yeah, it was all secret.
Americans did something similar with inflatable tanks.
That was the fake.
Yeah, the Ghost of it, not Ghost Division. That was Kansas.
Yep, and the dead guy, the tramp they found, who they made him wash up in the Mediterranean with fake documents, suggesting he was going to land at Calais.
Operation Mincemeat, if I'm correct.
That's the one. That's the one. Yeah, Operation Mincemeat.
World War II in color. Thank you very much.
Say again.
World War II in color documentary series on Netflix.
Oh, I've not seen that yet.
It's actually British, so that's probably why there's a lot more than just American shit.
I did watch the other day. I watched. It was, as far as I remember, it was footage from D-Day, and it was discovered in the National Archives. I don't know if it was the UK National Archives, like the War Museum, or it was the US National Archives. And it was footage made into basically, it was the first documentary ever made about D-Day, and it was done a few days after D-Day. And the whole film was put together for the heads of all the different, you know, like Churchill and everybody else, to watch and get like a report on what actually happened. And it was all footage. But the thing that amazed me most was not that it was footage from D-Day, it was mostly stuff that you'd never seen before. But when you watched it, they'd restored it. It didn't look like World War II film. It looked like somebody had videoed something in the 80s and then just done it in black and white. Because it was like kind of really nice, smooth 30 frames a second. It wasn't too fast or too slow. It looked like it was perfectly clean. It didn't have the usual kind of World War II footage, overexposed, slightly faded. It was amazing. It was like watching a recording of a black and white TV program that's somehow been perfectly preserved. It was amazing. It looked like modern footage. Like literally, if I picked up my iPhone and started filming in black and white, it looked like that. Weird. It was very. My brain was like, something's not right here. It's 30 frames a second and it's crystal clear.
Netflix also did it's like a 3-episode thing about 5 American directors that actually filmed D-Day, like Frank Capra, George Houston, William Wilder were the 3 that I can remember off the top of my head, going over and actually recording D-Day.
Yeah, some of the guys that made this documentary, it was their footage as well.
Yeah.
The same people that did that.
Like William Wilder, when he did Anne Frank, or maybe it was John Huston, I don't remember off the top of my head, he was at Dachau, and he watched like a minute of that footage when he was preparing to do Anne Frank, put it away, and never touched it ever again.
Yeah. I remember one of the things that amazed me was, because if you watch this documentary, there's lots of footage of all bits, but then when you see people actually landing on D-Day, it's like Canadians and British landing on Golden Juno Beach. And there's only one shot of American troops like moving across the beach. And it's one we've all seen before where the guy gets hit by a machine gun fire and his leg goes out from under him. That's the only bit that I've seen before. And it's the only bit that's got American troops. I was like, this all like Brits and Canadians. What's that all about? And apparently it just turns out that when it was the reason that a lot of the footage was not Americans was purely because Sod's Law, pretty much all the documentary teams or the film teams that were filming the D-Day landings on the American side, for the most part, their film stock and equipment was either damaged or destroyed or lost before they could get it back. So, whereas a lot of the sort of European crews, their beach landings weren't quite so bad, so the camera crews could get off the landing craft and onto the beach, and the film went with them. A lot of the American ones, the film just didn't survive it. Either got dropped in the sea or abandoned or lost. So a lot of footage from the US landings was lost, apparently. Learn stuff you learn, you say?
Yep, the more you know.
Angus Allett says, I can imagine Fox trying to redirect enemy planes using his pidgin German. Ja, das ist nicht richtig. Flying the plane in Gefahr into the west. Ja, das ist richtig. No, we are not great big. Lancaster. No. Well, the thing with the airborne cigars were their job was to interfere with German communications ahead of bomber squadrons. The problem was, because of the equipment they carried to do that, they were lit up like a Christmas tree on radar and everything else. So, although they went in, lightly armed, they were fortunately really easy to find by enemy craft or enemy radar stations. So it was a double-edged sword, basically. They had lots of like chaff and other things, but apparently. The reason it was so top secret for many, many years up until recently was that a lot of the technology they used was cutting edge at the time and was still used up to today in things like airport communications and navigation tracking and things like that. So a lot of it was still top secret up to about 10 years ago. Zadster says, we were great at spoofing German aircraft, persuading them to land on English runways thinking they were actually miles away. Lord Berkeley III is in. Zadster is amazed by the little U about how precisely the parts fit for such a cheap little kit. The Downhiller thinks that World War II in colour was on the Channel 5 or History Channel here in the UK. I see no link how to join the stream. One link brings me to the Boomhut Facebook page, and the link brings me to the stream on YouTube. If Rat Pack 30, if you go to the Boomhut, let me open it. Open the Boomhut. I'll just make sure I put the right link in there. That's probably a good start, isn't it? Although I can't actually get in the Boomhut now.
Some people found it. It works.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a post on the Boomhut. I'm not posting the link in the chat because the whole point is it's Boomhut members that can join the stream, not people who can access the chat. It's literally the 3. Okay, it's actually gone down the page a few bits. It's a post. It's about 3 or 4 down the page, and it starts off, "Hey boomers, if you are taking part in the group build and would like to join tonight's Mopelmaken live stream, the link is right below." And the little image says "Sign in Google accounts" on the little sort of picture bit below the text. It says "Sign in Google accounts." You need to click on that. That will direct you to the Hangout, and that's where you actually sign in. I can't, sadly, unfortunately, post a link to the stream or the Hangout because it needs to be in the Boomhut for Boomhut members. Vincent and Mr. Earth Model Making is in. Welcome, Vincent.
These tracks don't work.
On mine, under the main graphic, it says "Join Group," says Zadster. If you're in the Boomhut and it says "Join Group," that means you're not in the Boomhut. You're not a Boomhut member yet. Yeah. Click that so we can make you a Boomhut member. You do need to be a Boomhut member, obvs. But it's literally like the third or fourth post down. I shall put a comment. In fact, I'll put a comment on it so it pops up to the top again. I'll just put the comment "boop." There you go. That should take it back up to the top of the page again. It's not an announcement post. It's just a normal post on the web page. We'll check it out. Lol, I shall click, says Anster. Yes, if you're not a Boomhut member, why are you not a Boomhut member? Right, how we'll get on our builds, dudes. Oh, Bjorn's in. Hey, Bjorn. Didn't spot you there. You came in quietly and snuck in. Can you hear us?
Hey.
Can you hear me? Hello, Bjorn.
Earth Bjorn.
Mark calling Orson. Come in, Orson. Can you hear us?
I'd probably take that as a no.
I can hear you.
Oh, can you hear us? Oh, cool. Hey, how you doing?
He's still contemplating on how he's doing.
What's your group build kit then, Bjorn? Tell us what you're doing and how you get on with it. Hello.
I'm just trying to get my sound correct.
All right. Are you fiddling?
Yeah.
I got a bit missing.
Yeah, we've done that for years, Dave. Well, let me go and say hi to Dad, and I'll come back to you in a sec, Bjorn.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad.
Hi, gang. How are you doing?
Welcome. If I remember rightly, you're not doing a group. You're not doing a thingy build, are you?
I am. Yeah, I've got the.
Oh yeah, I didn't think you were.
I've got the Jet Provost.
Oh yeah. Somebody has bad words about that.
Me mojo went about a week ago, and I'm just trying to get back into it. So, so I thought this came today. That was on a pre-order from
Alton Jackals. Oh yeah.
So
I've got no interest in Gene Stealers at all, but the guys on the motocross bikes. Oh
yeah, that's the one I've started on. Funny enough.
Are you going to get that pickup truck thing as well?
Yes.
Been that, doesn't it?
Yes. It's got to be done.
For those that don't know, Dad has no interest at all in Warhammer at all in any shape or form, other than I introduced him to some of the models, and now he's the plastic crack has taken hold. Because just before Dad bought his first Warhammer, we all bullied him into buying a Gunpla, which he hasn't touched yet because then Warhammer happened.
That's up there, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I started the sub, which I'm up to compartment 4 on that. So, but me mojo just went. It just went.
Scott Sutherland says hashtag ask Carl.
Yeah.
For your mojo.
Yeah, so I thought I'll start on this Warhammer, try and get me mojo back into it, and some more paints came, and I had a message to say I've got to show the Yellow Submarine apparently. So
yay, yeah, because that's the one I'm doing. I'm filming it now for e-models.
Yeah,
that's meant that.
So I've done that for wifey.
Yay,
being a scousey.
Aye, no.
Jesus.
Did you know? Did you know?
Do
face doll, anybody who's not in the UK right now is like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who doesn't know what a scouser is? Ah, yeah. What did you do?
Calm down, calm down.
Put it this way, TK. If we want to take the mickey out of someone from Liverpool, we have a joke translation that somebody from Liverpool who would say, yes, they do sell duvets. Say, ah, yeah, but did you do duvets, though, don't you, though?
They do.
They do duvets, though, don't they? Yes, they do.
Definitely do.
Yeah, I got it. I was just wondering if you both were having a heart attack or something.
Yeah, it's a bit like when you pronounce that really long Dutch word and we all go, that wasn't a real word, you just used.
Yeah, I get it.
Here we go. Cy Reynolds says, Dad looks precisely as I imagined.
Oh, that's frightening.
Is that good or bad?
Yeah.
Scott Sutherland says, Dad pla.
I sent Cy a message in the week actually asking, knowing he deals with computers, if he could help me out, but it wasn't his genre of computering.
Dad, I'm gonna look it on BNT for a second. Dad, have you seen what her first ever build is?
Oh no,
the first ever build.
Oh.
Yeah.
oh my God, no.
Yeah. How are you getting on with that, BNT? How are you getting on, Mrs. B? Have you given it one to live yet?
The real problem is that the paint doesn't stick.
Yeah, because there's no primer. You just slap it on the plastic.
Yeah, that's all I can do, of course, with this build.
At least it's yellow. It's a nice color.
Yeah. Well, the plastic for the kit's yellow as well, so you could technically get away with not painting it.
Yeah.
Technically.
Yeah, but everything on the inside needs to be black, dark gray, light gray, and white. I only have light gray and dark gray, and it doesn't cover the yellow very well.
Yeah.
So this is what's happening constantly.
Well, as some of us learned, the trick is to not thin the paint at all.
Yes.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't.
It's still not covering it.
Yes, Nick.
No. Cy Reynolds says, don't know if you know what this is, Dad. Cy Reynolds says, to Dad and Fox, Dad, ask that same question if you haven't. Fox, I'm sure he'll know. I don't quite understand that.
Right. What's happened is I've got someone, Cole's son, you know Cole Smith.
Oh, yeah.
His son's he does graphic design and what have you. And he's done me a new logo based on the Scaling Models logo.
Yeah.
But he's done it in nice 3D and colors and things. And he sent me he rendered it and sent it to me as a video and a zip file.
Yeah.
So I downloaded the zip file, but it's given me 301 individual JPEGs.
Ouch.
So I put it, Carl just said, copy it into your timeline on Movavi, which I did, 301 JPEGs.
But they won't necessarily, yeah, if you do that, though, they won't be necessarily in the right order.
No, it's all jerky.
Yeah, Movavi doesn't do it. The best thing they can do is to get Carl to get his was it his son, did you say, or his brother?
Yeah, his son, yeah.
Just send you an MP4, a video file. Because yeah, if you drag multiple things into the timeline in Movavi, it jumbles them up, which doesn't help for a start.
What I did do in the end was I put it into Photoshop and copied all the images into that. Shortened each frame down, if you like, into 0.1 second shots. Rendered it, saved it on the render, and then saved it to my desktop on my computer. And my desktop got full of 301 images of scaling models.
everywhere. I don't know what he said then. If he sent me 300 odd individual JPEGs,
well, if you do that, you need to export it as a GIF file. You export for internet.
For Adobe, you mean?
Yeah, in Photoshop.
Right.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Then you get an animated GIF file.
Yeah.
I didn't really. You can actually do that in Movavi as well. But you'd have to. It might be a little bit easier than doing it in Photoshop. You literally, if you've got your Movavi timeline and you save it, you can save it as a GIF, and it will save as an animated GIF.
Never thought of it.
When you go into the export options, you don't have to export it as video. You can export it as just audio. You can do it as GIF. The only thing is, it's like a set size of 500 by something or other. So.
Right. Yeah.
It depends what you want. If you want it to have like a clear background, what you basically need to do is get them to send you the video as an MP4 file, as a video file, with a bright colored background, like bright green.
Yeah.
Because then you can green screen it.
Yeah.
Or as a a clear animated GIF or something like that. Anything that's got a clear background.
All I've done for now at the start of my video, I've just used one frame and just lengthened the frame time run on the Movavi timeline.
Well, if you want it to animate, you want it to be a little tiny video file that's just because, like for example, if you want like an animated thing where it spins round, you'd have to have a small video file of it spinning round, and that would be the first part of your video. And then you put your other stuff after it.
Yeah,
because I've got a template set up for my stuff where it's different bits of video and stuff ready, and I can just drop videos in.
Yeah. I just given up in the end. I just sort of love it as a JPEG on the opening of a video, but yeah, I will. Roll on the floor laughing, genuine chuckles. Thanks,
yeah, right. He sent me 300 images. David Butch, that model, says to Mrs. B about making the helicopter. He says, but the beauty of making the helicopter is that if she makes a good job of it, she need not ever fear any kit ever again.
That's true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's very true.
Yeah. It's a bit like learning. What's the best way to put it? It's a bit like learning how to drive a car by starting off juggling chainsaws. If you master that, then you can do anything you want. You'll learn to drive a car, no problem. Yeah.
Will the chainsaws be running though?
Yeah, always.
Well, my pilot's about to get a buttectomy.
He's having bits removed, is he?
He's not sitting right.
Doubt. Trust me, if you ever make the AMT Ertl snow speeder, you'll never complain about a pilot ever again. How's your tank coming on, Christoph?
I've just finished it.
Hey.
However, you do realise you can't get away with not painting that puppy.
Yeah, it's in sort of grey camo.
Yeah, you know.
No, I'm going to paint it now. I've got 4 colours to paint it.
Have you got the tracks on?
Yeah.
How did you get the tracks on?
I glued them on.
Did you glue them on?
Yeah, look.
That didn't work, did it?
It glued and then it came unglued and then I glued it again. So, yep, tracks are on.
You know why? Because he can't glue them. Oh.
The other one's sort of on mostly.
What you should have done is kind of just maybe, I don't know, kind of staple them and not told anybody.
No, I like this glue. It's very good. It's
I don't think
precision applicated exactly where you need it, and my eyes are hardly burning at all from using it. It's fine.
I don't think that glue is going to work on that kind of PE plastic.
Yes, it will.
No.
But see, it's done. Sorted.
And don't forget, you have to make a lot of diorama with a lot of mud or something.
I'm just going to paint it now.
Yeah, just paint it now. You can always make it like it's broken down. Therefore, the tracks come off.
There is one bit missing.
Is there?
Yeah, there's a bit missing.
Then it's had an accident. It's been
C10. Just wasn't there. I don't know where it is or what it is. I can't tell, but it's not there. So I'm not using that bit.
Is that because your eyes are so busy watering from all the glue fumes that...
It might be. I don't know. But
you've got the will to live.
My throat feels much better.
Can you smell things now?
Mostly. I can see colours and smell colours as well. And
I'm not saying your glue smells a lot, but even I can smell steam molecules now.
Right. So I've done that. I've finished the build.
Yay.
So now it's the paint.
Yeah, even though you've just put a load of glue on those wheels.
That's fine.
To dry.
It's stuck. Look, see?
You've got to wait for it to dry now.
So most of it's going to be sort of the yellowy colour, that one. And then there's camo of those two. And then I've got some black. I don't know what that's for.
I love this idea that quality be damned, I'm going to get the damn thing finished in one episode.
Sorted.
Yeah. Anyway, Bjorn, go back to Bjorn. Can you hear us now, Bjorn? He's there. He can hear us.
Yep.
What are you working on, Bjorn? What's your group build?
Well, group build. I don't have any group build yet.
Okay.
Sadly.
What are you working on then? You've got a sweet hat, so we'll let you off.
Well, I was so impressed with your work on your Strike Rouge. So I made myself one.
Yeah, is it the Master Grade?
Yep.
Yeah.
But I made a little difference because the one backpack that comes with the Strike Rouge is the Ale Strike.
Yep.
Ale pack. Well, I took this one.
Which one's that one?
It's from the Strike. I think it's the Otori.
Oh yeah, because the one I did was the Otori backpack striker.
And the IVSP.
Yeah, it's a good. I
love this build.
It's so full of stuff.
Yeah. I've just been putting on decals and dry transfer today.
Well, I gotta say, I mean, the Strike is my favourite mobile suit, so I could. You can't go wrong with the Strike mobile of any kind.
So then I just have to build that as well.
Which one's that one? I can't quite see there.
That's the Strike.
Oh, I got you. That's an older one, that one, isn't
it? 2006.
Yeah, you can tell by the blue photos on the side. That's the old style box. It's my favourite mobile suit, the Strike. Can't go wrong.
And I promised myself that every master grade I build, I will paint.
Do you leave them posable when you paint them, or do you do a fixed pose?
No, I never do a fixed pose. Not yet.
Because I've kind of learned now. I think from now on, I'm just going to do a fixed pose because painting Gunpla to be posable is just a living hell.
Yeah, that's true.
It's truly a living hell.
So easy to scrape the paint.
Yeah, and especially when I'm building it for someone else. So what I'm doing from now on is it's going to be fixed. It's going to be in this pose, and that's how you get it. If I'm doing it for like a commission, I was like, yeah, if it's like that, that's how you get it. It's just a big Warhammer. Let's think of it that way.
Sometimes in the future, I will do it.
Yeah.
I have a massive backlog, so...
Yeah. Well, we need to get you doing the Warhammers now soon, so...
I'm still waiting on that Bismarck.
Yeah.
You're getting grief now.
He said he was going to build it. And he wanted us to choose a kit for him.
I've got a shelf full of I said I was going to build it. It's quite sad, really.
Well, you know...
Oh, Dreadnought.
Yeah.
That's the one I bought last time we were in Germany.
Yeah.
Came into a Warhammer store and got to have.
Yeah, you walk into Warhammer store and it's like, oh.
Yeah, right. So much.
I walked into the shop and all the money fell out of my wallet into the till. I'm like, how did that even happen? Yeah. We have word from Ted. We have word from Ted, Captain Ted. He says, the storm was last night, calm now, but I guess folks are cleaning up. But didn't hear a thing where we live. The house is solid 140 years old. We had a big storm that killed his broadband. He says, been damned windy. I haven't done any more on the 109. He was waiting until tonight. So that's why, sadly, we haven't got Ted with us tonight to see how his 109 is coming on. It's coming on very well. He got to the painting side. It just means an extra week of doing this. For those that you don't know, this is the Modelmaker's Boomhut group build. We've got 1, 2, how many got now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 7 of us. There's 2 slots free. This is the group build, but to be honest, it's all broken down anyway. We don't mind if you're not working on the group build. If you're a member of the Modelmaker's Boomhut, you're welcome to join the stream and just hang out with us, basically. We technically are going to keep doing these each Saturday until basically all the members of the Boomhut team, like Ted and Chris, have finished theirs. Chris is doing one a week, basically. So, but we were kind of waiting till Ted and TK have finished theirs, because TK's got the enormous stealth plane that's going to take forever to do. And Ted is doing a full-on professional paint job on his in 109, I think. So we've got a few weeks to go, yeah. But yes, if you're watching this and you want to join in, if you're a Boomhut member, just go to the Boomhut. There should be a post somewhere towards the top of the page, and it'll just have a link to join in this live stream hangout. As long as you've got a camera and a microphone, or a camera with a microphone and a decent broadband connection so we can tell what you're saying, then you're more than welcome to come and join us. Once we get 9 people in, if we do, we'll just start revolving people around and booting people out after a little bit to give other people a chance to join in. If you can't join, you click on the link and you can't join because there's already 9 people in. Don't panic. Just keep the link handy to one side. When you see someone drop out, bring yourself into the stream. You're more than welcome to join. I will post into the chat the link for the Modelmaker's Boomhut in case people don't know it. It is there. That's the link to the Modelmaker's Boomhut. If you're not a member, go and become a member. I shall see if we've got any new people asking to join. Let's have a look. One person wants to join this group. It is Mike Stewart. Mike Stewart, you are now a Boomhut member. Welcome.
Were you saying then that my paint job isn't 100% professional? The way you were saying that Ted's is?
I'm saying nothing. If I did not use those words.
I caught an implication along the lines there that saying that Ted's was doing a professional paint job. And
I think Ted will be doing like chipping. I think Ted will be doing like chipping and streaking and everything on his.
Hmm.
You know,
with the included 3 colours.
Yeah, or you know, in the case of the TIE Fighter, didn't even paint it.
Painted it. Painted TIE Fighter colours.
Yes, I'm glad you covered that fast.
Yeah, I covered a bit of the mat as well. I did a pull.
Yay. Of course, how are you going to paint the wheels without painting the tracks?
Carefully.
Yay.
Or not.
Or if you hadn't glued the tracks on, don't.
Well, the tracks aren't glued on properly because
they're not glued at all.
One of them sort of is.
So what you could say is the wheels are European theatre and the rest of it is later European theatre.
I'm thinking battle damage.
Yes. Right, so Zadster's now a Boomhut member. Wait, how were you not a Boomhut member to this point?
He said he doesn't like Facebook.
He said what?
He said he doesn't like Facebook.
Yeah, you could. I do get that from people who say I don't want a Facebook profile. Keep this in mind though. You don't have to actually set up a proper Facebook profile to join the group. You can just set up a made-up name profile. My name is Captain Space Helmet or whatever you want to call yourself. You don't have to set up all your personal information. Just set up a profile with a made-up name, whatever you want. And that's your profile then to use. Because there are other groups on Facebook you might quite like. And, you know, if you don't have to sign up with your real name and address details. You could just sign up with, you know, my name's Ted Barnacle. There you go. And my email is this. You can do it. Although I understand people don't like it. So let's have a look. Skipper Ted says, perhaps there may be an extra stream next week if everyone wants one. There will be because you haven't finished your Messerschmitt yet. Says Ted. We will go on till Ted's finished his, until TK's finished his big stealth bomber.
Another kit in me covered. I'll have a look.
Chris will just do a new kit each week, basically. But we're not going to do it forever. We're not going to do it absolutely forever because we were debating whether to just do a Saturday night boom hangout stream. We might do that eventually, but the weekend for the 3 of us is quite busy because Chris and Ted and I have a stream on Monday as well for e-models. I have this, and then Chris and I both have a stream on Sunday, so it does take up a lot of time and take us away from my bench to do these. So we're looking at maybe doing a stream every Saturday, but we don't know yet. We're just doing this one for the next few weeks, basically. Because it's good fun. We've got the beer burps. Oh yes.
I've just 500 decals left for today, so.
You've done what? 500 decals.
What have you actually done today, TK? How many have you done? I can only see one.
Yeah, you see them little tiny white marks on it, Chris?
All the little spots.
All right, they're all decal. I thought they were just where you picked it up and dropped it.
Nah. Dropping it will be when I'm finished and see if it will actually fly.
For those that don't know TK decal. For those that don't know TK decal, his habit is to buy a kit that he hates with 1 billion decals. He always buys a kit and says, "This kit is rubbish. I hate it. I don't like it." But he still buys it. He makes it, and they always make sure they have 1 trillion decals on them. Don't know how he does it. Because every time he buys a kit, it's got a billion decals.
I like decals.
You do like decals.
I do.
You do. It's the one thing that Revell can do right. That's what you like.
It's what I grew up with. Doing Revell decals.
Yeah. The downhiller says he's not painting the snow speeder. You got to not paint it. You got to do some painting on it. Even Chris did some painting on the TIE fighter. Not much, but he did some.
Bjorn, is your cat bothering you again?
Yes.
Oh, we've got a pussy cat. Yay. We have creatures on the street. Is that cat got a bandana on?
Yep.
Kick ass.
He gets pissed off if I take it off.
Oh, kick ass. I do like cats. I prefer dogs, but I like cats. But a cat with a bandana is more than acceptable. What is this cat called?
Findus.
Finder.
It's from a Norwegian food product.
Yeah, we have Findus over here. They make fish fingers and things.
Yeah.
Yay. Hey, Findus.
But
I'm saying the cat doesn't care. It's not like a dog that goes crazy.
The strange thing is, he's named after fish, but he hates fish.
He's a bit of it. Looks like a bit of a weighty cat there. Bit of a fat boy, bit of round boy going on.
Oh, he's a fat cat.
He's a well fed. Yeah, you're getting no work done tonight. He's like, I'm sleeping here now. You just don't do any work now. Colin at Festa 67 Workshop is in. Welcome, Colin. Hey. He's in the mod there for you tonight. He might even join us in the live stream, maybe, if we can tempt him out with a webcam.
I found another kit for next week.
Oh, yes, what have you got? Assuming you're going to finish this one.
I got a tornado.
Oh, TK.
What?
That's what you need to say, TK. No, it's the 144th one, though, TK. It's not.
Yeah, it's a 144.
Yeah, it's not the big one.
And obviously it's got yellow paint, so you got to do this by hand. The nice.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you know what that means, though? If it's anything like the one TK made, then that means basically it's the same knackered components but smaller. Can you paint that pattern on it, Chris?
Yeah, I'll paint that pattern on it.
I just
You've got yellow paint, so you can paint.
Drop off. Oh, sorry.
Kenneth,
Yeah,
hey, Kenneth, welcome. Kenneth says, "Hello all. I asked Carl, and you can come back to the hangout now, Dad." Hey, Kenneth, nice to see you, matey. The downhiller says he might join in a bit. He's trying to fire up his camera in a while. Pete Rogers says, "Is painting the pilots off is cheating as long as paint in my kit or anywhere near?" No, you just
paint them with the paint you got, though.
Yeah.
Painting them in a different colour would be cheating. Yeah.
That's why Chris's snowspeeder pilots were kind of meat coloured.
Yeah.
TK, you really doing work on your tornado that you hate?
Yeah, because I knocked off one of the
No.
You broke it.
things.
Oh dear, I'm just going to walk away from that one.
It was supposed to happen.
Yeah, you planned for that. The downhiller says Findus needs to start smoking. Lol. He's a big cat, isn't he? He's a cat of some substance.
I use him as a training manual.
He waits. They give you a good workout with that. Let's have a look. Zadster says it's the right scale for you, Chris.
It is indeed.
Yes. Redlen08 says, "Good night, all. 4 a.m. start in the morning." Thanks for coming in, Redlen.
Hi, Redland.
Good night.
Oh, you've got a 4 a.m. start. That's harsh. Ooh.
I only have to start going into work at about 4.
Oh.
Okay, let me refresh that. I have to leave in probably about 2.5.
The earliest I've ever had to leave the house is maybe 7. It's the earliest I've ever had to get up for a job is like 6. Get up and get washed and dressed now for 7.
Yeah, that'll be like I start at 10 p.m.
Yeah, I used to work. Well, I did work nights sometimes. So I get to work for like 10 or 11 and come out at 7 in the morning. It's quite nice because it was just nothing to do. You just sat around playing Xbox all day in the office. It was great.
Yeah, well, I don't have that kind of sit down job.
Yeah.
I do things.
One of my jobs when I was much younger was I used to work in a company where they would monitor social housing for the elderly. So you have the pull cord where they pull the cord and it comes through to you, and then you call the ambulance, whatever's needed. But luckily on the night shift they're all asleep. So you just sit there playing on Xbox until about 4 in the morning when they all start falling out of bed, and then you have to pull the string to start getting the wardens to go out and call them stuff. How's the finger, Fox? Says Kenneth. The finger, Kenneth, is fine. It's back to normal. Thank you for asking. I had 2 or 3 days where it was like swollen and I couldn't move it, and I'm like, pain, so I couldn't do anything. I was going to do an Elite Dangerous live stream, and I did little starting soon things and everything animated, and then it went, I'm fine now, and I'm like, so I didn't need to. I might still do one.
We do need to get some Teaming Up gaming going on.
Say again?
We do need to get some Teaming Up gaming going on at some point.
I was just going to do it on my channel because I need the money, but
yeah, but we do need to get some Teaming Up stuff done at some point.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I'm officially on decals.
Yay! Let's have a look at the actual. Hang on, where are you?
Me too.
Every moved around the position. Awesome. Is the red stripe a decal, or is it cunning painting?
That's a decal.
Oh, you should have said it was painted with bubble. Like, wow, really? Should have been like freehand painted, dudes.
I'm not that good.
Yeah, we don't know that. You should be like, freehand painted, bitches. There you go.
My mom, she could paint.
Chris, Kenneth's got a message for you. He says, I only had enough sympathy for 2 people, so I chose Fox's finger and Dad. Sorry, Chris.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm the one that's been, really, really, really ill for a week. But no, it's fine. I understand, Kenneth.
Chris is always the one that people forget.
Evening, everyone.
Evening, dude.
Hello.
How do?
The thing I love about Vincent when he turns up on a stream is we're all sitting here in our scruffy outfits, looking hard, hard done, and he's there in his nice shirt and sweater, and he's all looking very professional, tidy, clean.
Dude,
Puts us all to shame.
It's my normal working attire. I can't help it.
Put us all. You got all these nicely brushed and nice hair, and we're just like, yeah, beard and face and stubble. You put us Brits to shame, I tell you. So how you doing, Vincent?
Can't complain, mate.
What are you? Are you doing a group build, or are you not doing a group build?
Well, no. Well, I am doing a group build, but not for this group.
Yes, I was going to say you're not doing our group build, are you?
No, because as you can see, it's kind of
an enterprise.
Yeah, it takes up all the space, doesn't it?
BNT has gone into a static image, so either they've had a problem or one of them's gone for a wee, perhaps. I guess.
Okay.
So tell us which enterprise is this, Vincent?
Original Series 1, the Revel one.
Wow, I'm sure I just heard everybody then go, oh. How is it? Is it the old, very old? Is it a modern kit? Or
it's a reasonably recent tooling because it's got all nice clear parts, and you can kind of tell that they probably meant for it to have a basic lighting set at some point, but they didn't bother with bringing that out.
Yeah. So I'm guessing it's. I mean, it looks like there's a lot of stuff going on there, but is that all repairs, or is that just your ongoing process?
This is basically just repainting it because I've put it together because I've painted everything to check for light leaks and stuff like that before putting it together. See if nothing is shown through. And now I've just sanded all the glue seams away.
And Mrs. B is back. You having trouble there, Mrs. B?
Trouble with the connection, I think. I've been trouble because every time I try to paint these chairs, it's just there are just blobs of paint, and then they just become drips, and then they just fall off. Any idea what I can do?
Welcome to Revel Paints. This was never meant to be an easy job.
Well, it's not the paint; it's the release, the mold release agent that F's up the paint. Really,
yeah, that's true. I mean, they are still making kits like they did in 1975. So
the paint's actually not that bad.
They're probably covered in candle wax or something.
I think it was Colin from Presla's 67 workshop that said he's actually switching over to Revel Aquacolor because he likes it that much.
I've never tried them. I know Tony tried them. Tony liked them quite a lot.
They're pretty good paints.
I know that my husband usually watches his kits before he starts painting it. Can I do that, or is it just really paint on something?
No, technically you're allowed to wash the if you want to beforehand. Because that's something you could do if you're a 7-year-old kid. So there's nothing against. Now you've started trying to paint it, and we didn't tell you that.
Now you tell me.
There's nothing stopping you washing it.
I don't know that it'll make much difference.
No, that's true. Pete Rogers says, Chris, I feel for you. I've had gastroenteritis for just over 2 weeks.
It did. I've already wished him all the best as well. I hope he recovers soon.
Oh. Raging Bassist is this says, evening dudes and dudettes.
Yeah.
I'm going to mute my microphone while I go for an enormous wee. So
I'm going to paint some green.
Who wants to become host for a minute? I'll let somebody else do the talking. Back in a minute. And I will
Give it to Vincent.
I'm going to paint some green on anyway. If nobody else is going to talk, I might as well do a little bit of talking.
Well, I thought Vincent was going to take over.
Who?
Vince.
Vincent. Oh, okay, I'll go quiet then. I'd take that as a no by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my Mr. Mark softener sitting right there, all nice and happy on my desk, and I'm like,
yeah, just keep looking at it.
I'm missing my my Persol as well.
I probably should have waited for the one with colour paint to dry before I start doing the second layer, but
probably.
Where's the fun in that?
Is this lining up anything? No.
There we go. Did Fox turn his microphone off?
I hope so.
I don't know why everyone takes so long making tanks. They're really quick. It doesn't take any time at all.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no.
Are you saying that because I'm in the stream, Chris, by any chance?
I'm just saying that because I started this evening and I've nearly finished it.
The tanks are easy. Try an airplane.
Yeah, I'll do an airplane next week.
Yeah. I might suggest a F117A.
Did I miss anything?
No, nobody talked. It's fine.
Okay. No. I've got more beer. I'm happy. I finished my Lancaster Bomber. I'm now on a bottle of Brack's beer bitter.
You're mixing beers?
Hmm?
Are you mixing beers?
No, I've finished one. Got the next one. I just bought a pack of 6 different beers, you see. This is a double dropped Oxfordshire ale.
Double dropped?
Yeah.
So you dropped it twice?
Fresh brew with complex, fragrant, mouth-watering characteristics.
Well, thank you. Now I have to go get a beer. Back.
Well, the thing is, because I'm not building anything or painting. I never drink when I'm working, so as I'm not, let's give this a try.
I need this to just get the build done.
You need it for religious purposes.
Nou, niet doen, want het voordeel is dat je de decals bleef erbij zitten natuurlijk op.
Okay, well, this smells like.
Yeah.
Kind of smells like ass.
Honestly, that's how all beer smells to me, but.
Zou hooguit
Tastes like.
wat je kunt doen.
Alright.
Het een beetje kwast vrij dun maken en dan kijken of je de.
Dat was nice to like.
Nee, jij hebt ook kwast. Oh, sorry. I can hear Dutch on my.
Yes, you can translate the super secret conversation.
Yeah. I picked up on that as well, TK.
We should be having this conversation. They don't know what we're saying. It's like we do.
Someone keeps talking over it. I don't know.
Dat mag niet, hè? Of zo.
Oh, they're cheating.
Ik zou deze ook kunnen gebruiken.
Ja, dat kan. Dat hebben ze ook gedaan. Ze hebben de Duits gebruikt om te mengen en zo. Ja.
I can't speak Dutch, but I can guess that some of that is please take this crap and wash it for me.
No. They're debating on whether or not they can use the box as well. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you can use the box as well.
Yeah, it's part of the kit.
What to make the paint a bit thinner so I can do something in the.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do, yeah, absolutely.
Box that, or can I use a plate, or what
You can
are
use
the
a plate or a
rules?
bowl, but anything that comes with the kit is utterly usable however you want.
Okay, I can get a bowl. So
Okay, I'll get a bowl.
my husband is going to get a bowl for me.
You're allowed
No,
to have
you
one
can't use
bowl
your
of
husband. That's cheating.
equipment. A bowl or a plate, that's fine. And so
Right.
we're going to watch you try and paint this helicopter hull now.
Oh.
Well, after this, it's on to the detail painting of the perfect grade Millennium Falcon.
Yeah, I've got to do mine. I've got to do mine.
No, see, it's already built. I just get paid to detail paint it.
How was the build?
Yeah, one of my friends likes dry weather, which is how.
Yeah.
And he basically said, "Here's $50. This is a down payment. Tell me what else you want me to pay you. Here's the Millennium Falcon. Get to it."
Okay, cool.
The deadline is the end of March, which is the local modeling contest, and he wants to enter it in.
Oh, okay.
I get the medal, though.
That's all right. You get the shinies.
I actually have two already from different kits I did for him. I did the 1/44th scale Millennium Falcon for him. That came in second, and then I did an X-Wing, which came in first.
Cool. There you go, then. Yeah, how was the build of that Perfect Grey Falcon? I haven't even started mine yet. It's going to be months before I get to it.
It's sitting in the box waiting for my workbench to get cleaned.
I mean, I'm guessing it's going to be a good build. It's not going to be a problem because it's a Bandai. Of course it's going to be a good build.
Well, it's already built.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's already built it.
He built it. I painted it.
All right. Take it
I see. I've got a couple of questions in chat. I've just noticed.
Have you?
I have. Dave Carbird's asking where in Uxbridge is Mark Knopfler gigging. You might go to that one. I don't know. I hadn't heard about this.
It's on the.
It's in a newspaper, dude.
Right,
is it?
Tank, dude.
Oh, in there. All right. I can see it now. I can see that. Yes. The Royal Albert Hall.
It's just there.
There you go. That's all. You got all the details that I've got. It's at the Albert Hall. There you go. It's not in Uxbridge.
A bit that's off the screen or low res.
Not London O2 Arena as well. But
Mike and the Mechanics as well.
Mike and the Mechanics are looking back over my shoulder tour.
I have to say though, Chris, on it, we can read Mark Knopfler, and then it's just all brrr at the bottom.
Yeah. and band.
That's probably why he's asking, because he can't read the bill.
Yeah, extra dates by demand. Special guest 21st and 22nd at the Royal Albert Hall. So they're not local to me, but no. And I've got a question that I don't understand. Pete Rogers says, Chris, are you adding Zimmerit? I don't know what Zimmerit is.
It's armor to your tank.
Vincent,
Armor.
you're up.
Hey, what?
Vincent, that's Vincent's territory. Vincent?
It's an anti-magnetic mine layer. It's basically PVA, wood dust, and can't remember what the other ingredient is, but that's literally what they slapped over those tanks, and it made magnetic mines not stick. Problem is, 2 years after they discovered, it's like, yeah, it kind of sort of burns a bit, and also, we're the only ones using magnetic mines.
I'm pretty much all right then, because it's a plastic kit. It's not magnetic anyway.
A lot of people sculpt it in, or it has like a particular texture to it, which is like people like.
Yeah,
if the texture came in the box, I'm using it.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. Bjorn's got a handy bottle of beer there. Tell us about your. He's not on his headset, and he can't hear me, can he? You can all talk about Bjorn now. He's not got his headset on. He's blowing his nose.
Nah.
Fog warning. If he watches this back, we're toast. Whatever you do, Bjorn, just don't watch this stream at this. Don't watch this bit of the stream when it's finished.
Ted's having a go at me, not knowing what Zimmerit is. Amateur, he says. Yeah. I know what a TIE fighter is, though, Ted.
We may have been adding sound effects to you blowing your nose, possibly while you couldn't hear us. We might have done that bit.
No, we didn't.
Show me your beer, dude.
Als het enigszins kan, probeer wel even de lage dingen te doen.
Oké.
Dus als je er zelf overslaat, dan snel het door.
It's Dutch again.
Sorry.
I was looking at the windows because that's the next step according to my manual, but my husband said don't do that last because otherwise you get paint all over you.
Paint on your clear bits.
That's all right. Yes, you're allowed to.
You have to, Mrs. B, what you have to do is kind of pretend that you're 7 years old. Because that's the idea of this build is you're a 7-year-old doing a kit and you're having to nick all the stuff from your mum's kitchen or your bath or your mum's sewing box and you've only got a brush and whatever comes with the kit. So don't overthink it too much. We don't mind if there's not much overthinking.
Okay. Well, I'm better at that. I usually overthink everything.
Because you're basically living a 1970s British childhood now. So there you go, son. There's a kit. What do I need? I don't care. Just go and do it. Okay. Here's a pencil and some cat hair. Go and finish the model. Ah?
Well, you got cat hair.
Yeah, well, not by choice.
I was gonna say, what is this? The don't bother, Dad. I'm busy.
Yeah, go and make this and shut up. Mrs. B,
I got tube glue and garden dirt.
Yeah, we actually have a comment from Sprue Glue Addict saying Mrs. B is the best. You've got a fan, Mrs. B.
I didn't follow that. Sorry.
You've got a comment from Sprue Glue Addict saying Mrs. B is the best.
Oh wow! Thank you.
Yeah, you got a fan. Downhiller says to TK that stealth is looking nice.
Thank you.
It's taking you ages to paint it.
It did. It's got about 35 million coats of paint on it.
Yeah.
What colour paint was that? That was anthracite, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Anthracite.
Anthracite grey.
Downhiller says, I think this Revell paint is thick enough to simmer it. Pete Rogers is also a fan, Mrs. B, so you've got 2 fans now.
Wow. For a first timer.
Yeah, you could be the start of a YouTube career that you didn't expect.
No, I didn't expect that. That's correct.
Yeah. Anyway, more important news. Dad's working on Warhammers. So how are you getting on with your Warhammers, Dad?
I'm getting on okay.
Have you built anything yet?
Yes. I've built one little man, look.
Oh, look at that. Oh, he's on a little motocross bike and it's not a Space Marine bike. Oh.
And I'm up to there with a...
Don't move.
Primer tomorrow if I can be bothered.
Of course you can be bothered.
If I can be bothered.
Right, Chris is on. He's already got camouflage going on.
Yeah, I'm waiting on a bit of that to try a little bit so I can do the last brown.
Painting demon, aren't you, Chris?
Yep. It's easy, these tanks. I don't know why people take so much trouble with them.
However, are you going to go the whole hog and do like a thinned paint wash just for effect?
No, I tried that last time. It didn't work.
Well, you have to thin it a lot.
Yeah, I really thinned it and it didn't work.
It works.
Yeah. Skipper Ted says the next group build, letting the wife build it.
Oh no. No.
That can exclude some people, you know. Those of us who don't have the time.
How about this?
I mean,
one?
let's wait a year and a half, and I'll have a toddler build it.
Pete Rogers says to Dad, not into Warhammer, but loving the bike, Dad.
Yeah, cool, isn't it?
I mean, I looked at I say I'm Imperial through and through, but I looked at that Gene Stealer truck, whatever it's called, was like, oh, I might need to get that. Oh, and
I was only interested in the quad, so I looked at that one. I think it was £17.50.
Yeah.
And then on the pre-order, the kit of 5 were £22.50.
Yeah. It's like, do it.
Got an extra 4 motorbikes for an extra £5. £4. So
in it.
And it was released today, and it came today. So super chuffed.
Awesome sauce.
Super chuffed.
Paul Di Tommaso says, well, before he says that, I'm going to, I think my screen is changing. Paul Di Tommaso, ignore me. I'll shut up. I'll start again. Paul Di Tommaso says, my wife would be totally lost when it comes to model making, just like I'd be lost when it comes to crocheting. When I was a kid at primary school. Remember, this is thousands of years ago. They tried to teach us knitting, and I don't know why.
I used to be able to knit.
And I really could not figure it out. I was like, I don't understand it. I remember years ago, Mum tried to teach me, like about 10 or 15 years ago, because she used to do crochet and knitting and stuff. Mum tried to teach me, and I'm like, it's not. It's just a piece of string. I couldn't figure it out.
No, I've done some knitting. I know how to knit.
You know how to knit?
I know how to knit. I used to know how to knit. I probably can't anymore. But
we've gone to a workbench view for Bjorn here with his Strike Gundams. No, it's a Warhammer's. What is it?
Ooh.
It's about out of focus. Is it an orc?
It is an orc. Definitely an orc.
That knows his orcs. There we go.
Coolio. Nice bit of red on there as well.
Oh, it's got a squig. Oh, I love squigs.
Oh yeah.
Squig. The funny thing is, when I was a little kid, my nickname was Squig, but this was like 20 years before Warhammer ever came out. I don't know why I've actually asked my brothers why was my nickname Squig, and they're like, I don't know.
Maybe you like the squiggle.
Could be. I mean,
what's a squig?
My brother's nicknames were Haggis and Biscuit, and we don't know why they were called Haggis and Biscuit. So I was Squig. So there you go. So every time I see, like, you know, Warhammer TV and they talk about squigs, I'm just like having a little chuckle to myself.
I had the satellite engineer turned up this morning at 8 o'clock to put new satellite boxes in, and he came in the door. He said, "Can you show me where the new box is going?" So I brought him in here, and half an hour later, he said, "I better get my tools out of the van and start."
Did he have eyes like dinner plates? Oh,
he said, "God," he said, "this must cost a fortune." Yeah, I said, "I wouldn't add it up."
Yeah, yeah.
Look at the size of that sub.
How is the sub coming on, by the way, Dad?
I'm up to I'm on compartment 4 now. I'm up to, which is the next compartment after the main controls.
Oh yeah, the sleeping area for a couple of dudes, isn't it?
Yeah, and the kitchen with the chef. And,
yeah, for those that don't know, Dad's doing the same as Teddy's doing the Trumpeter 148 7C U-boat, which is like 300 feet long.
Yeah,
yeah,
the heavy one with all the photo etches. Well, I got the big head photo etch.
Oh, you got photo etch stuffed in, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you went that far. You can't help yourself, can you? I don't know.
No.
What colour are all these Gene Stealers going to be, Dad?
Blue.
Yes.
Blue.
I'm thinking. I'm gonna edge away from my favourite colour. I may go for yellow with this because I've quite a selection of yellow now from Games Workshop. I had some turn up today. So
yeah, Avalanche Sunset is a good base colour.
Yeah. Can I suggest orange?
Yeah, you could, Chris. I've got a few oranges here.
Been quite good, that, Chris.
I haven't done anything since last time, so tomorrow I shall be progressing further with it.
Tomorrow.
I'll paint you tomorrow.
I'm not going to say anymore. I want to get some money on this video. Vincent's turned his microphone off. He's clearly weeing or something.
Mark hasn't missed a bargain. They're still the same. Still the same price now.
Oh yeah, Mark says 5 bikes, 22 quid. I missed a bargain.
No, still in the shop.
Yep. The downhiller says, "Can you Zimmer knit?" Dave Cardboard. Oh, we got Dave Cardboard in. Welcome, Dave Cardboard. He says, "Next group build. Hello Kitty paint schemes on Spitfires, Chieftains, U-boats. Just putting it out there." Oh, pink anything. Oh yeah, pink everything. Oh. Does anybody know how much that new Gene Stealer truck thing is? It looks like a great model to do. They haven't released it with a price yet, have they? The Gene Stealer. It was the truck out now. The truck's out, isn't it?
Yeah, truck's out.
Hang on, I shall tell you, Phil. Give me 1 second. I shall bring up the website of happiness.
Yes, I'm on there.
I'll just ask Dad. He's got it open. How am I bothering to check?
Is that the Lehman Russ? Is it?
No, that's the Imperial. That's the tank. It's that new one that looks like a Humvee grey thing.
Right, hang on.
The Lehman Russ is just an Imperial tank. Just look up Gene Stealer.
I did, and that's what came out the tank.
Russ, really? Oh yeah, they have Lehman Russ. I think they have Russes. Games Workshop.
Oh, the race is on.
Race is on. Copyright. Shh. Let's have a look. Gene Stealer across the universe. I didn't get anything because I spelt it wrong. Oh, this week's pre-orders. Ooh.
Sold out online. Sold out online.
Oh, they've got something that includes the funky truck and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dudes. Not that I mentioned the dudes. It's called the Achilles Ridge Runner, and it looks mint. It's £27.50. I shall put the link in the chat to make people spend money. There you go. I'll put the link in the chat for you. You all need to go and buy that right now. Frankie says, I'm off, girls and boys. Have a nice weekend. Thanks for coming in, Frankie.
Pre-order.
Just turns up. I like it. It looks very Mad Max. It looks mint. It's actually one of the more interesting vehicles I've seen Games Workshop do, and I love how they've done the faded paint effect.
Yeah.
Do.
So on the 16th.
Oh, is it not out already?
No. Oh. 16th. It's in my basket though.
Slap it in your basket.
It's not yours to check it out.
If I ever win millions on the lottery, I'll make Games Workshop very happy.
I think we all will.
Yeah, your entire lotto winnings would be gone within an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone already. It's already in his basket.
If I won millions on the lottery, I would actually buy office space to use the studio. What's chat doing? Let's have a look. Bruglu says, I love Chris's model of Finding Nemo.
Yeah, I didn't get that.
I think it's because you've got the stripy clownfish pattern on your tank.
But that's the stripy pattern it's meant to be.
I know. Let's have a look. Anybody know how much is that? Oh, I've done that one. Facebook actually has a policy of people using their legal names. I have friends who have been kicked off Facebook even though they've used legitimate safety reasons for not using their real legal names. You can put a made-up name in as long as it's like, Bob Smith. What Facebook will do, if they don't think your name is real, they will shut your profile down. For example, my first name is Fox. My surname is Wolf. I cannot have a Facebook profile Foxx Wolf because they think it's a made-up name. And they've shut down my profile twice, and I've had to send them pictures of my passport twice. So when you see me on Facebook now, I had to add the name Mike on the start so it looks like a real name, and they don't shut me down now. It's like, oh. I had to send them my driving license twice. So look, I'm a real person, but anything they think might be a pseudonym or a made-up character name or anything like that. If you make up when we were saying before about setting up a Facebook profile to just access groups, if your name is Ted Johnson and you set up a Facebook profile called Bob Smith, I'm not gonna know. I'm not gonna know.
John Tedson.
Yeah, Ted.
Ted's Johnson? What?
Yeah.
John Johnson. I'm trying to remember now the name from the West Wing where he's doing the Butterball hotline. I've forgotten what it was.
Did I make you feel more at ease, Fox? I've pulled on my tatty painting shirt.
Hang on, where are I? I've lost which. Your screen's all moved around again. Hang on, where have you got there? There we go. You've got your. There we go. Like a t-shirt, like a normal person.
Yeah, it's just basically what I tend to do to paint behind the bench is just get a bunch of cheap pajamas.
Yeah,
I don't really have to care. I can I need to clean the brush and just rub it along my sleeve.
I try and remember that, but then the excitement of getting to the bench and painting means I just don't get in paint all over my nice clothes. So I'm just useless.
Yeah, I've ruined some shirts that I was gifted by the missus. She did not appreciate that. You tend to learn that way.
Right, I'm determined to find out the name they used on the Butterball sketch now because, it was Phil. If you don't know the West Wing, the president calls the Butterball hotline to find out how to cook a turkey for Christmas. And he has to give all his address details, and he can't give him his real name because he's the president. So he says, my name is Phil Baharnd. At the end of it, he just puts the phone down, is the chief of staff there, and he's like, we really have to work on making up the names. He's like, yeah, I know, I'm not good at making up names. Phil Baharnd. That's it. Philly says thanks, Mike and Fox. Yeah. The Zero looks great, says Jason Bennett. That's one for you. Nim, that's yours.
We almost had a reenactment of a kamikaze because it almost fell out of my hands.
Yeah, it's so realistic. Philly says, I think that one will be mine. So that's at least one sale through games. I should be on commission. Zadster says, I like the look of the Italan Jackals motorbikes, etc. Dad, that's what you're working on.
Yes, that's what I'm working on.
Oh, do you want to give him a whiz on the camera again, Dad? Yeah.
There's wonderful duty on there.
Oh. They're going to be fun to paint, especially. I'll tell you what. The one thing I've learned with Games Workshop is that
the little quad
Steel Legion Drab is a beautiful colour to do dried on dirt and mud as a dry brush. Really easily.
Steel Legion Drab.
Steel Legion Drab. If you really carefully dry brush it on, it's a great dry mud colour. Dry dusty earth colour. That isn't ordering Steel Legion Drab. Hey, Cowboy says Dr. Michael Huffar. Cy Reynolds says you could easily plunk a couple of Imperial Guard on the bikes and pickup thing. Yeah, Dad, on those motorbikes, are the dudes actually part of the bike or are they completely separate?
They're separate. You build them separate and then put them on the bikes.
So you could mod a different figure.
Yeah.
Cool. Because the one thing I hate about the Warhammer Conquest is that all the Space Marine bikes I'm going to have to do.
Yeah. That's the one that goes on the quad.
Cool. Oh, and then you've got the ones I've sent you to paint still, the Dark Angel ones.
Yeah, but the advantage there is you already made them.
Yeah, sure enough.
That's half the trauma gone. And the actual armor on those guys you sent me is actually interesting. So it's not.
Yeah, Dark Angels are quite interesting when it comes to painting with the feathers and the sigils, and yeah,
it's not just a Space Marine.
Yeah, no, because they've got all the. It's quite Sigmar in the way that they're bedecked in diamond scrolls and stuff like that.
That's a good word. I like that.
Bedecked. Yeah.
Bedecked. Yes, I've still got them. If people can see on this cabinet here, there's a box on top of Space Marines brackets, all of them. Because basically, Vincent sent me the entire Dark Vengeance set.
But you haven't got one of them, though, have you?
It was just after the Dark Imperium set came out, so it was kind of like obsolete at that point. So,
yeah, and I didn't have any interest in 40k. My interest lay at the new Sigmar stuff that was just coming out as well. Then,
yep. And then you were like, "Damn, I wish I kind of kept that now."
You don't have one of them in your stash, though, do you?
What's that? Oh yeah, Chris's war hamster.
War hamster.
It's literally a war hamster.
Yeah, superb that.
I've got the heads. I've got to do mine yet.
Yeah.
Jolly good. I like that, Chris. That's good work there.
I should finish off painting the armor at some point. And
yeah, you should get someone to draw a logo for you or something.
No, I've given up on that. I'm sure it would happen at some point, maybe.
Right. It's like Vincent gave up on somebody drawing him as. Yeah, Vincent was waiting for a Zaku at some point. Let's have a look. As well. Zadster says, I'm nowhere near good enough to even think about those yet. Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Brush painting's easy. Just find some idiot that makes YouTube videos that tells you how to do it. It'll be fine. Brush painting's actually... I said this to someone the other day. They were saying about brush painting, and I said, the thing about brush painting is, with brush painting, it's weird because... Where I always say that airbrushing is like a very steep learning curve, but quick. Brush painting is a very long learning curve, but not very steep. It's not particularly hard, but it takes a long time to just get the feel for it.
Mm-hmm.
I like brush painting. If I could just never use my airbrush ever again, I'd be more than happy.
Correctly like this? I don't.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah, well, you know, I think they can augment each other as well in the sense that.
Then I should have painted this.
I'm just I can hear slurping. What was that?
I have no idea.
That was me just about to cut my finger.
That was like somebody eating noodles right next to me.
Yeah. I was really close in.
That was really loud. I'm just going to refresh my screen because I'm losing the thingy again. One sec.
Oh, for the love of God. Get on here.
That was like live slurping on television.
Mm.
it was dead delicate as well. It was gentlemanly slurping.
Yeah, it was about to get bloody.
Yeah. Ew. Philly says he's not seen those dirt bikes and quads until now. They're also very cool. It's part of the Gene Stealer faction, but they've kind of not done a lot of Gene Stealer stuff for ages, and they've just released a load of new stuff in the
Yeah, they've just released a whole bunch of stuff for Skaven as well.
Yeah, which is great if you like Age of Sigmar.
Yeah, but there's people who don't really like Age of Sigmar, but that might be into the 2 hack and slash games they brought out. What's the name again?
Shadespire and Warhammer, not Legends.
It's Vermintide.
Oh yeah, I do actually quite like the look of. I'll tell you what I like the look of, but again, it's a case I've got nobody to play with. With some of the little campaign games like Shadespire, it's like a D&D game almost, isn't it, with the little map and stuff.
It's like a D&D with dungeon tiles. Yeah.
Yeah, I was actually watching them do that on one. It looks like a lot of fun, Matt. You get to paint the minis, and it looks like quite a fun game. But again, I've got no one to play with, so.
No.
Oh well.
Yeah,
my friends are
it's
into
one of those things. It's like if you're going to find a group for that, it's going to be way more difficult than finding a group for just the mainstream game.
Well, I mean, I suppose the advantage with Shadespire, it might be the kind of thing. If you've got friends that like to play board games, then you might get them into it.
True.
Whereas if you want to play 40k tabletop, you just kind of need someone that likes to play 40k tabletops.
Yeah, but then once you start playing the tabletop, you might actually meet people who are like, we like board games like Shadespire and stuff like that as well.
Yeah. And I've got my friends Busby and Martin, who at the moment have no interest in playing or even knowledge of 40k. I could probably wangle them around to coming around one day and having a game and getting them into it. Because when I finish this conquest thing, I'm going to have 2 armies. So I may as well get. But then again, it's like I've got nowhere to play it, and also I've got nowhere to play it. So I'll probably never get around to playing the game other than at the local Warhammer store. LD is in. Says evening, folks. Welcome, LD. Zadster says they look ideal for a diorama. Those little Gene Stealer dudes. Borry Models makes a good point. He says, I bet people still play Warhammer Fantasy. I had a huge Skaven army. Well, I would have worked in... Well, I would have. I worked in the factory. Used to work in the factory.
Actually, if you've got a huge Skaven army, then now's the time to get back into Sigmar, because they've just released the codex for playing Skaven.
I kind of really hope somehow they'd manage to somehow make up some fluff to get Skaven in 40k, because that'd be mint.
Rats in space.
Either that or get some kind of animal characters, because that'd be. I'd build the crap out of them. I'd build and fight them. But look, dog face dudes. I'm building all of them. I don't care whether they're Imperial or whatever they are. I just don't care.
Yeah, but I think the problem you get there is like you've got the Gene Stealers and what are those other guys called again? That have the living spaceships and stuff like that.
The Tyranids.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I don't want to build
like your counterpart to like your Skaven-y stuff on the side. Yeah.
I just need to point out that Bjorn is apparently either he's had a really bad curry last night or he's about to do some spray painting. He's got some
I'm going to disappear tonight.
Activity going on.
I'm going to disappear now, guys. So
are you off, dude?
Yeah, why not? I've got to wait for this paint to dry. So
all right, matey.
Before we come back next week, I'll get the 5 decals put on as well. So.
Yay! And then you'll have a new kit.
Then I'll be ready to start with a new kit for a new week.
Yay!
So good night all. See you all another during the week sometime.
Get better soon.
Bye.
The downhiller says, attempting a wash on bare plastic. Pray for me, lol.
Hey. To be fair, lots of people who build guns do it all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, but it depends if it's one of these crap kits and it's crap paint and a crap brush. It's not fun.
Yeah.
Just a reminder that anybody who's watching this stream, if you don't know what this is it was originally the Modelmaker's Boomhut Facebook group build for making terrible kits with starter kit equipment and stuff you've nicked from your mum's kitchen. It's now just, if you're in the Boomhut, you can join the live stream. Basically, it's a Boomhut hangout. If you are watching and you're if you can't see the live chat, then you just need to click the YouTube icon that's down here somewhere in the bottom of the screen. click the little YouTube symbol. That will take you to the YouTube page where you can join in the live chat. There's two ways to join. You can join the live chat where you're typing and having a good time because there's cool dudes and dudettes in there. Or if you've got a camera and a reasonable broadband connection, you can join this stream and just join in like these guys. All these reprobates that have turned up here. I don't know who any of them are. They're just all turned up. They brought food, so I don't mind. But you can join in, and we'll. How many have we got? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got 2 slots going. So 2 slots. If we get any more coming, we'll kick someone out. So come and join us. Come and join in. Well, what time is it now? It is 10:30 almost. We've got a while to go yet. But yeah, if you can't join the stream, don't worry. Come and join the live chat.
Right. Last decal went on.
Oh, that was fast. You do decals fast, dude.
Shall I do a wash?
Yeah. How do you do decals quite so fast?
Just slap them on.
Hey.
Vincent's painting Age of Sigmar, I think.
Nope.
No. Vincent's painting not Age of Sigmar.
That's my Hero Forge figurine.
Hero Forge, yes.
Yeah, my High Elf Ranger for my Dungeons and Dragons campaign that I'm painting.
Oh man, I've got a couple of characters I set up in Hero Forge that I'm going to later in the year. I'll get them printed out. And
yeah,
painted up.
The premium plastic is a bit expensive, but to be fair,
yeah,
hardly any print lines. So
yeah. Well, I've got 2, and it's like what $20 for the premium plus. I'm going to save up a little bit. Wait till later in the year when I can splash 40 quid. I've got a little figure of me, sort of, and a figure of like an animal character dude.
Yeah, mine was on the expensive side because I decided to do them exactly equipped as my character in D&D is. So it's like double short swords and a longbow and a quiver on the back. And all those bits you add up really start ticking up on the price.
Oh wait, because I just got like I've got that animal guy I've done has got like all the weapons, but it didn't say that's extra. So
yeah, I think that's how it works out though.
Oh man, so I might be paying 70 quid. I don't know yet.
I think you'll find out when you check out.
Cy Reynolds says no camera, just a microphone, or I would. If you've just got a microphone, you're more than welcome to join as an audio only. If you want to join in, I don't really mind. It doesn't really matter. It's just fun. We're just having fun. If you have just got a microphone and no camera, you're more than welcome to join as audio only. If you want to. Earl D says hello. Earl D says to Bjorn, he says, hello, pal, it's Dennis. And Bjorn says, we just need to call Bjorn Pyro now for the next. Yeah, Bjorn is now the Pyro. Dad can be the medic. Who's going to be the Australian bloke with the muscle? What's his name? Hey, I forgot. It's Saxton Hale. That's it. It's Team Fortress. Never mind. Joke's dead. Move on. Let's have a look. They're working quite nicely so far, says the Downhiller, with an update with his painting.
For being such an avid gamer and an adopter of Steam from like Half-Life 2, I've never actually played Team Fortress.
I played it once. I'm not a PC gamer, so I played it once on the Xbox. It was all right.
Yeah, for me, I guess it's one of those shameful admittances I need to make then.
Yeah.
No, I haven't played it.
For those wanting to know how I damaged my finger, by the way, over the last few days, it's called not playing a shooter on Xbox for about 6 months and then getting Borderlands 2, Borderlands, the pre-sequel out, and playing for 3 hours using nothing but Jacob's weapons that fire as fast as you can pull the trigger without giving your finger a chance to warm up or get prepared in any way. So then your finger swells up and goes like that. And you're out of concussion for about 3 days. It's like, ow.
So you basically sprained your finger because you were an idiot.
Yeah, well, because it's like, because I wasn't just going pew, pew, pew like in Destiny. I was going, because the faster you pull the trigger, the faster it fires. It literally says in the description, fires as fast as you can pull the trigger. So it was like, and just like that. So I came away thinking I just need to play Destiny where I can just do that on the trigger occasionally. It's a lot easier. But then the only thing I could do for a couple of days was I couldn't do any building on here. I couldn't do anything. The only thing I could do was play Elite Dangerous because I don't use that finger on my HOTAS stick. It's the only thing I could do. I mapped a lot of star systems in the last couple of days. I'll tell you that. Earl D says he's looking forward to the new Devil May Cry. Looks /stab devil arms. Go. Never tried it.
Last Yitten decal.
What's that?
Last Yitten decal.
The last one.
Yes.
Hey.
Wow.
Do it.
And then I get the tip and weather.
Yay! And don't forget, of course, Japanese fighter planes had no primer, so all the paint came off, so you can do loads of metallic chipping on that now.
Or what I'm going to do is maybe
burn it
outside, throw a firecracker in it, and
throw it out the window. A bottle rocket. Are you working hard there, Dad?
I am there.
Are you still building or painting yet?
Nah, I'm still building.
Still building.
I'll paint tomorrow. Or you paint.
What do you have for your tea, Dad? Don't know why I'm asking you. I just thought I'd ask you.
Sausage, beans, and chips tonight.
Oh, it's very northern. That is.
Comfort food. Comfort food tonight.
That's Coronation Street food. That is.
Yeah.
Sausage, beans, and chips, Arvera.
Sausage, beans, and chips, lad.
Yeah.
Put it down there.
Mrs. B, what did you have for your dinner?
We had homemade noodles.
Oh, noodles. Oh, you've got a proper Revell contactor glue. Oh.
Sorry?
Noodles. Oh,
Noodles.
too.
Noodles are always good.
Yeah.
How's that helicopter coming on?
Well, it's fiddly.
Have you given up the will to live?
But well, I'm still working on it.
Yeah, that really is jumping into the swimming pool at the deepest end possible.
Yeah.
I want to learn to swim. Drop me in the middle of the Atlantic. But like Dave said, though, if you do a good job on that, you can build anything.
Well, that's
that is true.
Yeah. If you can do a helicopter, you can build anything. Trust me.
okay. Well, I'm step 8 out of this book, so
Many.
It's only 29 steps, so it's not too bad.
I'm sure that's a movie, you know.
Many Mahoney.
So 39 steps with featuring Laurence Olivier.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a movie.
Yeah. Nim, what did you have for your dinner? If you've had your dinner already. If you haven't had your dinner, what will you be having for your dinner?
I haven't had my dinner yet. I will probably be grabbing something from work because and I'm poor until Tuesday. I have like $2 in my account, which I can buy.
I'm kind of it. That's where I live. That's where I'm at the moment.
I can buy nothing.
Yeah. That's when we start getting all the really cheap kits, all the kits in the stash that we haven't wanted to build for 5 years. I've got no money. Oh, I'll build that thing I don't want to build. It's amazing how when you've got no money, the kit you've tried to put off building for years becomes the best thing ever. Because your brain goes, you know what? You love building it, really. TK, what do you have for your dinner?
Meatballs, potatoes, and vegetables.
And probably some peanut butter on the side.
No, I hate peanut butter.
Oh, good man. It must be a rarity then.
Why is it kind of a national requirement to eat like
Yes.
peanut butter in the Netherlands? And
No, I don't think so.
No, but that's the stereotype that lives over here in Flanders. It's like, oh, these guys like peanut butter. Ew, dirty.
Vinty dirty. Go on then, Vincent. What did you have for your dinner, Vincent?
I had, you know, those places that have popped up in recent years where you can get like fancy burgers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had 2 of those.
Ooh.
And then I told the missus I only had the one.
Good girl. Yes.
Just hopefully she doesn't watch this and realize I had 2.
Yeah. Or just doesn't realise that, you know, the belly gets bigger and it gives it away.
Yeah.
There are certain biological consequences to your actions that can.
Yeah, that's why I don't do it often.
I run 10 miles a day. Really? Maybe not. Let's see what people are saying. Skipper Ted said he had pasta bake and garlic bread. In fact, yeah, people in chat, tell us what you had for your dinner or what you're going to have for your dinner. The Downhiller says, killing me with your SB and chips. Starving here. What you need is kebab. Oh, doner meat and chips. Oh, yeah. Earl D asked Bjorn, did you like the story?
Yeah, I did.
Excellent. None of us know what that is about.
It was a story made up for a damaged suit you were making.
Oh, okay.
Quite interesting story.
Pete Rogers has sausage. Wow, hello, teeth.
Oh.
Pete Rogers had sausage, egg, chips, and beans of proper northern food. Get in.
Buy an egg.
Yeah, beaten by an egg, Dad. You were slacking. That's because you're a Scouser, though, not a Manx, so you're just a little bit off. Let's have a look. Cy Reynolds has just joined us on the chat on the stream of streams.
Hey.
He's got no video, but we're getting a great view of a big fat squig, which works for me.
Hello.
Hey, Cy.
Hi, Cy.
Don't know if you can hear me or not.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
And yeah, that's the squig I recently finished, like last week.
I love the teeth on it. That's gorgeous.
It took forever.
Is that one of the new big ones?
Yeah, that is one of the two massive mangler squids, and I love them to bits. They're basically orc dogs.
Yeah,
so
I'm gonna have to make some squids.
They're brilliant. They're brilliant models.
I love the one that's actually there and it's running along. It's actually got a little dude in its mouth.
Yeah.
Its handler. It's got a little bit of Gretchen or something. Because I don't know much about orcs.
I don't even play orcs. I just love the miniatures, so I had to paint some. But...
I mean, a squig is basically a mouth on legs.
Yeah, they really remind me of like pugs. They're like orc pugs. They're brilliant.
The thing I love about the squigs, and I was reading a thing about, I was watching a thing about squigs, where they were explaining all the different types of squig. One of the new orc vehicles is the whatever it is, squig buggy or something.
The squig mine layer thing.
Yeah, it's basically a mobile squig launcher platform. It's a car with a gun on the back that fires squigs.
Yeah, I think I've watched the same thing. Because originally, they supposedly the orcs designed that vehicle as like a food delivery vehicle.
Yeah, it's like a takeaway vehicle.
Yeah, which is just so orky. It's brilliant.
But they kind of realised that they got like explosive squigs and high armor piercing squigs, and they can like, you know what, we can just fire squigs.
Yeah, exactly. Why not?
I love the idea that this creature, their pet, is also animal, or they can eat it. It's great.
Yeah, I just have this image of a squig flying at a Primaris. And he's just like, oh, I'm dead now.
Right, people talking about their food. Pete Rogers said, as an excuse for the reason he had egg as well, he says he's south of the river. Nate Bliss says, hey guys, I'm late again. No worries, Nate. Just tell us what you had for your dinner and we'll let you off. Feel like an egg banjo now, says Skipper. What the hell's an egg banjo?
Oh, egg butty.
Oh, an egg butty. Oh, that's all right.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I really want an egg butty now.
Fried egg butty.
Egg banjo. Oh. Paul D. Tomas says, I've got to pack things up here. Shift change will be happening soon. I need to take care of that. Been fun. See you later. Thanks for coming in, Paul. You're more than welcome. Scott Sutherland says, Kenneth misses dad. Hashtag. Kenneth says, hashtag I do, I really do.
Oh, bless him.
Lord Barkley says, egg banjo. If you need to go and look after the kids, Dad, you can do if you want to.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to, aren't I?
Yeah, I can't hold to it.
Yeah, next week.
Yeah.
Nate Bliss says he's just finished work, so he had a flapjack and some kettle chips. Kettle chips are horrible. I don't understand this trend for kettle chips. They're just really horribly fried chip crisps.
Inside and maybe dark gray on the outside.
I don't have black. I only have dark gray.
Dark gray.
Now Nick Butler says, and now I want a sausage, egg, bacon in white bread with brown sauce. Oh no, so do I. God damn it. Earl D says he had Weatherspoons pizza. Never again. The only thing you should eat at Weatherspoons is something you can eat with a pint.
Yeah.
Like curry or fry up, and that's it. Don't eat the Ponzi stuff. Not worth it. Nate Bliss says heresy. Because I said kettle chips are horrible. No, get a decent pack of Walker's crisps. Oh, yeah. Kettle chips are like Ponzi. It's like the Starbucks of crisps. It's just Ponzi and overblown and overcomplicated. Just get a pack of crisps.
They always taste stale as well, kettle chips, for some reason.
Yeah,
always.
They're always a bit like, give me a nice pack of cheese and onion. Maybe some Doritos. I can go for Doritos.
Yuppie.
Nick Butler says, Weatherspoon pizza. It's the shot kit meal of pizza. Yeah. Kettles are the best of the crunchy, says Nate Bliss. They're one step removed from when you get crisps made of slices of like beetroot and potato, and not potato and stuff. You know, they're not crisps. The Downhiller says Seabrook crisps for the win. I wrote when I was much younger. I sent a letter of complaint to Seabrook's crisps. Basically, I was being a grammar Nazi because back in those days in the early 90s, Seabrooks had this habit of like they'd put air quotes or they put bunny ears in quotation marks around all the wrong words on their packet.
Oh, that would irritate me.
Because it's like, you know, you might, because they put Seabrooks potato crisps and they say 30 grams E. Why is the E in quotes? And they say salt and vinegar flavor. I'm like, why is that in quote? And then it'd be like, you know, thanks for buying some Seabrooks crisps. Why are these words? You realize I had to write to them and say, please, can you stop doing this? And about 6 months later, they stopped doing that.
It's like they were trying to produce something other than salt and vinegar crisp, but because they managed it somehow, they thought, well, we'll just sell them as crisps.
But it's like they just didn't understand the whole point of what quotation marks were for, and also in the more extreme thing, what the quotation marks signified. It's like 30 grams E. What is the E? What is it? You're taking the mickey out of the European weight system? I don't know. Very weird. So I wrote to them and complained. I didn't get along.
I think I'm done with this kit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Give us a guided tour, dude.
Right, I'm gonna
all there. All there and all.
Oh, hang on. Okay, Dad's off. Thanks for coming in, Dad.
Okay.
Ciao, Dad.
Hi to everybody.
Bye, Dad.
And he takes his warhammer with him. Right, sorry, TK. Carry on, mate.
No problem. It's all there in all its stealthiness. I mean, you can't hardly ever see it.
I can't see it. Where is it?
It's right there, but you can't see it.
I can see 2 pink stripes.
I even gave it a grayish wash in the inlet.
Doesn't really come out on camera though, unfortunately.
No, it doesn't.
Webcams are not designed for subtle things.
No.
I can see a bit on the tail plane, on the tail fins of the panel lines.
Yeah, there's a bit in the intakes here as well.
Yeah. So, what is your honest, open, honest review of this kit then, TK? As a 7-year-old. Straight in the bin.
Straight in the bin. No, actually, the kit, if you had the modeling tools available, it's a pretty nice kit. It's a new tool, so it fits pretty nicely.
Yeah.
I'm not that familiar with the plane itself, but it looks to be almost like the actual plane. So, yeah, the pilot is molded weakly as usual, but overall, yeah, it could be a fun build if you had all the colors and things and proper filler and stuff.
It's still scary to think that plane looks modern and futuristic, and yet hasn't it already been like decommissioned and out of use already?
It's decommissioned.
Yeah, and it's like it's the future of planes, and it's already been put out of service. I feel
no, it's no longer the future of planes.
Yeah, well, it still looks like it should be, but it's already like a vintage plane. It's like, really?
I mean, no, it doesn't fly properly.
Ah.
And they now got the.
Is that not the F-35? Is it?
Yeah, but that doesn't fly properly either, does it?
The F-35 is a brick.
Yeah, that's the one that Trump
no,
really
they
wants.
got the what's the one, Vincent? The F-17.
The F-22 in it.
Yeah, F-22. That's the one, and that's way more advanced than the stealth fighter. So, yeah.
Wow. Because, like, you know, we grew up and it was all like warthogs and things. Like they were modern at the time, and the stealth planes were like their future. And now it's like, yeah, they're already out of service.
I remember when my dad was still in the Air Force, and they had this thing at the local airfield, and an actual stealth fighter came for show.
How did they know?
You didn't see it, but you could hear it. It's a loud fucking aircraft. Excuse me. So if you can't see it on radar, just stand outside and there might be a plane coming here. Yeah, it's really loud.
Well, that's pretty cool, dude. You've done a good job with your exceptionally limited.
Yeah, the camera hides a lot.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
You should always show.
The best part is I had fun with it. With the limited tools, and it took me back to when I was 7-ish.
Yeah. The one thing I've learned in life is whenever you finish a build, always film the finishing shots on a webcam.
Yeah. But when I was 7, I used to have kits like this, you know.
Yeah.
See, I feel I missed out. I grew up painting and playing with Warhammer, so I never did one of these shit kits, which is why I'm avoiding it now. Yep.
It seems weird to me just that somebody could have grown up with that and not had the sort of 1970s, 80s model making experience. It just seems so alien to me.
Well, I can remember my granddad used to he used to make models. He used to make models and RC planes.
Yeah.
So I guess I kind of grew up around that with a love for sci-fi, and then discovered GW. But I've never even done like the old school Airfix Spitfire or Red Arrow.
Which... Yeah, you've not lived through that torture and torment.
No, I have not, and I didn't want to start now. So
everybody needs to club together and send Si some really bad old kits. Rite of passage.
Oh, did I hear someone say 1/32 scale Huey?
It's fine. Dad's gone, and Dad's the only person with my address, so it's fine.
Damn, yeah, but I know Dad.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm sure you put your return address on some stuff to me at one point. So
bugger.
Ways and means.
I'm never gonna win a sticker ever again.
Wait, are you in my pile? Hang on, let me check.
No, you sent me some last week.
I thought I had some left. That squig looks fantastic. I love the teeth on that squig.
Cheers. You won my local store's monthly painting competition, so I'm pretty pleased.
Cool.
But yeah, he's pretty awesome. He's sitting in the cabinet, happy as Larry. I'll post some proper pictures up on the Boomhut.
Yeah, do it, man. Do it.
Right now, I am fighting to make 50 urban bases for my Primaris for the armies on parade to match the diorama.
Oh, I got you. Oh yeah. What did you reckon to the new Gene Stealer stuff?
Yeah, I liked it.
That vehicle is really nice. That truck thing.
I think you could quite easily whack some Imperial Guard on those vehicles.
Yeah.
And
I reckon it'd be doable. You couldn't play it probably. Maybe, I don't know.
It would depend where you played. You wouldn't be able to play it at like Warhammer World.
Yeah, no, they'd just throw you out.
Yeah,
I'm sure I could stick some Imperials on it and sell it. That would work.
Well, yeah, I love the. I can't remember the name of it. It's like an Achilles dragster or something. It looks like a Humvee. It's brilliant.
Mm. Oh yeah, I can't believe they've gone with that boring grey paint job that looks really boring. It's like you could do much better than that.
Yeah. I don't know. I love the heavy metal paint jobs normally, but that one it looked a bit boring.
It's because it's grey.
Yeah.
There appears to be a warthog on TK's desk.
Yeah, I did find one of my youth builds, so to speak.
Is this the one where you matte varnish the canopy?
No, this is all brush painted, no clear coats, whatever, decals on top of matte paint. I was 15 years old. Never heard of anything.
We've all been there, dude.
and the only thing that ever broke off was a piezo tube. So,
what kit was that?
It's an A10 Warthog.
No, I don't mean the actual. I mean the actual manufacturer.
I think it may have been Tamiya.
That's why the bit's never fallen off. Then, if that had been a Revell.
I'm not sure, but it was the only one I could find. I have this box of old kits somewhere.
If it's 1/48th, one.
No, it's 1/72nd scale,
Is it right?
probably.
Big 72nd.
It's a bit small.
Big planes than warthogs.
It's the kit's 23 centimeters in length, so it's probably 1/72nd scale.
Yeah, we've all made one of them though. They are great planes.
Yeah, I just thought I'd show this because it may have been a little bit appropriate.
I think we need to have a round robin and everybody do their impression of the A10 warthog cannon.
No.
I'll go first. I can't do it. I'm smiling. I'll go first.
That was pretty good.
Who's next? Go on, TK. Let's hear yours. That's better. That's better than mine. Go on, Vincent. What's your warthog cannon?
Oh Jesus!
No, that's not a cannon.
That's more like what the people say when it fires. Oh Jesus, no. That was good, wasn't it? Go on, Si. What's going on?
No, I'm bowing out. I'm not good with noises.
You're only audio. You've got absolutely no choice.
You see, terrible.
That was me last night after eating far too much. Tell you what, I had a salad last night, and there was a lot of raw mushrooms in the salad, and by God, did I suffer the next all night last night. I was like, I'll just try and get sleep. Oh,
So you already A10 then?
Nim, what's going on? Let's hear your A10 gun.
Daga, daga, daga.
That will do.
I'll work on. Now we can't ask. I think we should ask. Even though he's got his mask on, don't take your mask off, and it's going to make your entire face wet. But what is your A10 cannon sound? Oh, that sounds great with the mask on.
Awesome.
Now he's got to go and get some tissue and like wipe his mouth off. That sounded really good, actually.
How has no one asked Bjorn to do a Bane impression yet? I've just worked that one out.
I don't remember what he said.
I hated that character. However, the most important one, we haven't asked Mrs. B yet what her A10 gun sounds like.
I have no clue.
Go on, do that again, Mrs. B.
Yeah, well, I'm not really very informed about those kinds of things.
Oh. We'll ask you next time. You have time to revise and study in advance.
Okay, yeah. I'll do that.
Excellent.
Our building now doesn't have guns. It's first aid kind of thing. So.
Pretty good. That's a good cannon noise. Yeah. That's really accurate.
And I hit my zero.
Oh, look at that zero. Hang on, the screen moved. Hang on, everything moved around. Awesome. Is that all the decals done?
Oh, well, one came off.
Ah. Now, have you painted the canopy?
No.
Painted the canopy frame?
Doesn't think so.
Looking mint that.
Oh, apologies.
Are you done then?
And I bettered it.
And you've what, sorry? Hang on, I've got TK's apparently building a shelf or something. It's really hard to hear anybody.
I'm trying to be quiet.
Nonsense.
I'm trying to.
A quiet freshman.
Sorry, Nim. Say again.
And getting my phone so I can give.
Man.
It's weathered.
It's weathered. Kick ass.
It's now able to go sit. And I managed to put the pilot in there. I just had to hack off its feet.
Have you enjoyed then your terrible, terrifying, horrendous nightmare of childhood build?
I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean, some of the, like, if I was to critique this, some of the little bits probably could have been molded into the plastic. But other than, losing a couple of pieces and, misfitting and the tail actually being kind of warped.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Bad.
Yeah.
Not bad for my first plane ever.
Yeah, it's good for your first plane ever. That's the thing with those kits. They're pretty terrible, but for a few, because considering they cost you a few quid, they're all right.
Yeah, now this is going to sit on my shelf until it warms up, and then I'm strapping a firecracker to it.
Yeah, do it. We need video of that in the Boomhut, though.
I would have to make sure the cops aren't around.
Well, you could get like get some fishing wire, fishing line between point A and point B, like a top of a high tree, and a rocket in the back. The fishing wire to keep it going in a straight line.
I can't do that because I got a FedEx right behind me.
Oh, I bet you still have to wait over far too long for parcels to turn up as well, don't you?
Actually, I get most of mine come through the United States Postal Service, which is why you had to fight for this little thingy.
I remember we sent something to one of our friends in Georgia once, and he said, I live like 2 doors down from the FedEx, and it's in FedEx, and they've gone to like Washington. Now they're in Oklahoma. What the hell are they doing?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm next door to the depot.
And the problem is with that is that because like literally it was so cold and the weather was so bad, a couple of like last week, they literally shut down the postal service. So our postal workers weren't out there because it was like negative a billion.
Yeah, like minus 40 degrees and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to reboot because my thingy's farting about. So give me 2 seconds. I'll be back in a moment. Where's my button? No, I return. TK's giving us a full face job.
Yeah, I'm done with my build, so.
Which means he can host now and I can go home. Bye.
Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
No.
No.
You don't want to put that upon yourself.
No, I'm not such a good host.
No, you'd be fine. It's the more you don't want to do hosting. It's really hard work. It's like not having any of the fun.
Well, I could send you a kit.
What, a kit of hosting a live stream?
No, a shit kit.
No. Enough of that. Moving on. Anyway.
Yeah, actually, I'll do a deal. I will do a shit kit, Fox, if you do a shit kit.
No.
There you go. I've got out of it. Happy days.
No, that's because there's no contract there. Moving on rather swiftly. I'll have a quick look at chat because we're getting to 11 o'clock now, so we're going to wrap up in a minute. But let's have a look and see. Seeing as Nim's finished hers, you finished your stealth plane that nobody can see. Let's have a quick look and see. In chat, we have Skipper Ted says, I will explain an egg banjo to you on Monday, Fox. Cool. That gives us 45 minutes of talk time on the live stream. Weatherspoon's pizza sounds like something from Viz's Profanosaurus, says the downhiller. I agree. Sergeant Bones has a craving for liver and onions for some reason. I can go. I could be down with that. Liver and onions, quite nice. Nate Bliss says walkers are boring. And kettles are the best of the crunchy. No. Let's have a look. Earl D says it was not round or oval or square. It was a mixture of all of the above. Scott Sutherland says, ask Carl. Hashtag ask Carl. Sergeant Bones says, they were commenting on me doing this. Seabrooks Chris saying, don't damage your finger again. The downhiller. Oh, downhiller goes back to the 1980s. Scampi and lemon knickknacks drool. That's proper 1980s food. Let's have a look what else we got in chat. I think that's everything in chat now. Making Model says, ask me what? I don't know. They're all just saying hashtag ask Carl. So
ask him how the weather is.
Yeah. JS Idaho is in. Fun looking builds. Hi Colin, hi Dad. Saturday night and we're all doing right. Hello everyone, says JS Idaho. Welcome. Interzone 88 says, hi all. Hi Interzone. Actually going to wrap up in a minute. Sorry. But yeah, so I think we've all had good fun. Now Ted hasn't finished his, so we've still got to keep going. So we'll be back next week, hopefully, if Ted's got his internet back, because Ted needs to finish his Mythschrift. So TK, it's entirely up to you if you want to do another one, if you just want to hang out instead, or You don't have to.
If I don't have to do a shit kit.
Yeah, you don't have to. I think as an admin in the Boomhut, you're allowed to not actually do anything if you've already done one. Carl says, "Ask me what."
I may do a shit kit, but
Carl asks if it's
a
sticker
small
time
one.
yet. Carl asks if it's sticker time yet. Fox, are you too good to build a kit? A shit kit? Says Idaho. No, I'm just too busy doing the hosting.
He says.
Yeah, I've got to, because we did when we started saying we're going to have people coming in on the stream. We don't know who's going to join the stream, and if we have to manage them with air quote manage them, because there's sometimes people that join and you have to manage them. So, but thankfully nobody has. They've all been awesome people. So, but, yeah. So, Skipper Ted says I'm hanging about and watching in chat. Cool. Jamie Bone says you missed my one, Fox. I missed your what, Jamie? What did I miss? My apologies if I missed something. Tell me what did I miss. Philly says this was fun. Back to my orcs and nice paint and tools. Earl D says hopefully going to eModels to pick up some Tamiya cans this week. Went to Birmingham. Not one shop in the city centre had them. Yeah, you should be able to get them. eModels are the UK's largest supplier of Tamiya. So.
Just look at Mrs. B using a big ass knife.
Yeah. It was the smallest of my kitchen set.
That is a big knife. That's a great big. Well, it's a household object. I did wonder if people would actually use kitchen knives in their builds.
Awesome.
Every single fibre of my being wants to see Fox use a knife that big.
It's not a good idea. We've got knives that big, but unfortunately they're all terrible. Many years ago, like Mama Fox bought this knife set from some adverts on QVC shopping channels. Like, they can cut through tin cans. No, they can't even cut through goddamn tomatoes or air. They're like, I'll just cut through this slice of melon.
You have to sharpen them occasionally.
I'll cut through this hot dog sausage. So yeah, they're not that good. Sharpen them. They're far too cheap. Nonsense. Jamie Bowen says comment. I did miss your comment, Jamie, because I didn't know you put one in. Let me see if I can find it. Jamie Bowen says hi, Borry, and thank you. Hi everyone. Sorry I'm late. I've been up to my local snooker club for my birthday. Oh, happy birthday, Jamie!
Happy birthday, Jamie!
Happy birthday!
Everybody sing happy birthday because it's not copyright. It's not copyright anymore, so we can do it. I started you off. No.
Hey, I get that.
I really don't want to make me sing.
I'll start you off. Anybody can join in. And if you don't join in, I will hate you. You'll be banned. I shall start. Happy birthday to you. Your TK's gone. He's gone. He's a coward. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jamie. Boom. Happy birthday to you. You guys are rubbish.
Hey, I sang along.
You did. You guys, except Nim, are rubbish.
In my mind, I sang along.
I sang along.
In your mind.
In my defense, in a couple of weeks, I get that all day long.
Yay. Not yay.
Yeah, I get it sung to me by my aunt.
Is it not the kind of band that goes like that on your cheek and...
She's very...
This is on the internet, remember? She may have the internet.
Yeah, but she wouldn't be watching this. She's very totalitarian.
Okay, let's hope she don't watch this. Otherwise, there might be like tanks and stuff going on. You don't know.
Yeah, see, if my aunt was actually watching this, I would be amazed, and I would probably wonder, why?
We have a serious question.
We have a serious answer.
Yeah, JS Idaho says, Fox, help me out. What are bitters? JS Idaho, strange enough, comes from Idaho. What are bitters? I saw the beer you're drinking, and it made me wonder. Bitters, a proper bitter, is a goodly ale. Proper beer. In the days before fizzy lager crap that everybody drinks now, which is pale nonsense with fizz in it, proper beer was dark brown, not particularly necessarily fizzy beer. Proper thick, dark, treacly brown stuff. A proper bitter or an ale is that. It's dark brown. It'll say ale or bitter. It might say potentially it can be light and fizzy because it can be an India pale ale or just a pale ale or an IPA, which is a pale bitter. but it's just basically a big, dark, rich flavored, thick, dark beer. It's not fizzy lager crap.
And it'll put hairs on your chest.
Yeah, it'll put hairs on your hairs. It doesn't come in a can. And Guinness isn't bitter, so that comes in a can. It doesn't come in a can. It comes in a proper bang your head bottle.
And you do know there are strong blonde beers that are like hundreds of years old in their recipes, right?
Yeah, we don't count Belgian beers and stuff.
They're all crap.
What? We don't count Belgian beers because you don't really get bitters in Belgian beers. They're just all different kind of beers and stuff. But proper bitter is a kind of British thing. It's a big brown.
Oh yeah, like Guinness and stuff like that.
No, well, Guinness isn't a bitter. It's just a Poncy dark beer.
Really? Blackie.
Basically, bitter is liquid bread.
Yeah, it's liquid bread. It's got twigs and things in it. It's kind of like take a scoop of earth and make it into liquid. You're drinking it. The best beer in the world. It's not fizzy lager crap. It doesn't come in a can. And it's just a grown-up beer. And it'll either say on the bottle ale, bitter, or
asphalt.
Yeah, asphalt. Or if it's a light one, it might say IPA or India Pale Ale. But that's all you want to see for ale. It'll say ale, bitter, or just IPA if you like a light one. They're kind of a lighter version. Some of them are fizzy, some aren't.
Most
IPA
we get is weak.
Yeah, IPA is normally like a very light. Like Spitfire is kind of an IPA, a bit, sort of. Dukas is an IPA, I think. But you find over here there's a thing called the Campaign for Real Ale, which is like it's a charitable organisation that hates fizzy lager crap and just promote proper. It's the beer you would have bought in the UK before 1960. If you'd bought a beer, it would have been a pint of stout, which is like Guinness or porter, or a bitter, dark beer. Good stuff. They always have stupid names as well, which is brilliant. Let's have a look and see what chat do. Because they're talking about bitter now. Yeah, if you're in America, don't look at it. You've got the temptation to look at things like artisan beers. No, that's Poncy nonsense. You've got the craft beers. It's probably mostly still artisan Poncy nonsense. It will say ale, bitter, or IPA at a pinch. If it doesn't say ale or bitter, it's not a bitter. Jamie Bone says, and he says, what you need is West Country cider. It's so strong it can strip paint off models. So it can, Arthur, right? Don't like cider. Don't like cider. It just tastes like I've got a tooth falling out of my mouth. I've got blood everywhere. It doesn't taste. When you're a kid and a tooth falls out, and that's what it tastes. Phil East says bitters are real beer. Earl D says they drink bitters in the old RPG games. This is difficult though because you also get a thing called bitters, which aren't actually beer.
Yeah.
If you get a bottle of something called bitters with an S on the end, that's nothing to do with beer.
See, I recently
mixed drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can also refer to the herbs you put into gin cocktails.
Yeah. So if it's got an S on the end, it's probably not beer. But bitter without the S is just beer. The Downhiller says, like what space puppies drink. Woohoo, Space Wolves. Bitters have more hops, I think, says Zadster. Stuart Brumner says, good evening. Cripple Cox is another, says Dad. Get sloshed from the feet up. I actually had a beer. I can't remember what it was now. I think it was an ale called Waggle Dance.
Oh, that stuff is immense.
It is. It's when it first came out, and the pub, my local pub, said we've just started stocking Waggle Dance, so you all get a free pint. Try it out, and it's like this real nice. It's an IPA. It's an India Pale Ale. It's like a pale ale. So it almost looks like fizzy lager without the fizz, but it's an ale. And it's really sweet and honey. It's got like a honey flavor to it. It's called Waggle Dance, like the bees do. And I was like, oh, this is it was a hot summer's day. And I'm like sitting outside in the beer garden. This is a really nice beer. I'm just knocking it back. Had about 6 pints. And I was like, I'm not even feeling drunk. It's brilliant. It's great beer. Tastes really nice. I'm not getting drunk. Unfortunately, I was getting drunk from the feet up.
So you tried to stand up, didn't you?
Yeah, I had about 8 pints of it, and then I got up from the table to walk home and discovered everything in the waist down was completely rat-arsed, whereas my top half was completely sober, and I had to kind of navigate home on foot with drunk legs. By the time I got home, it had moved up to my brain, and I was completely wasted. Great.
Spinning room.
Oh yeah, I had. I seem to remember I woke up at 2 a.m. Had to go and sit on the toilet, and then the next thing I ate was 7 in the morning. Hops add bitterness to the brew to preserve it, says Skipper Ted.
Actually is. Funny thing is about hops, there is the folk name for hops, eleflower.
Is eleflower?
Yeah, that's a folk name for it.
Hmm.
Yeah, I got a whole book of folk names. It helps you with writing.
It's always useful. Waggle Dance is too Moorish, says Elder. Yeah, Waggle Dance. It really is like. Oh, it's nice. It's a bit like a beer that tastes. It reminds me of even like maple syrup a little bit. Imagine if maple syrup was alcoholic, you'd be drinking bottles of it. Like, yeah.
Well, you would be.
I'm so certain in Canadian land you can probably get maple syrup beer. I'm going to Google it actually.
You probably alcoholic maple syrup. You probably can. Waggle Dance is too Moorish. Earl D says Twisted Spire is nice. I had yesterday a bottle of Hobgoblin, but not the light stuff, the dark stuff, and that was horrible. Didn't like that.
Hobgoblin isn't the best beer ever.
No, I kind of like Spitfire. Spitfire's all right. I'm not that keen on Old Speckled Hen. Not that keen on it.
Do you are you able to get beers by a brewery called Adnams up north, Fox?
Not heard of. You probably can. I've just not heard of them.
They're quite prevalent down south. They're from where are they from? Southwold in Suffolk.
Oh, yeah.
They make a lovely ale called Broadside. It's if you ever see it, it's try it. It's amazing.
I think because we did have until recently we had a pub near us that was a free house.
Yeah.
Not only was it a free house, it was an ale pub.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. It was like wooden chairs and tables. We just sell ale. Can you have a log? No. Get out. You ask like for a bottle of something. Get GTFO.
See, that sounds like my kind of pub.
Yeah, I think it's gone now. It was a bit ropey. But they'd always have they'd have guest beers, and by guest beer they meant every beer in the pub because they were all guest beers.
Yeah.
And my friend's dad used to be the landlord there for a while, for about 3 or 4 years. And we went in one day and he said, lads, come over here. What is it? I've got a barrel of Old Tom downstairs. Robinson's Old Tom. It's like a real dark. It's got a bit of a fizz, but it's a real proper dark stout ale. And it's like 13 or 14% or something ridiculous. And you normally get it in bottles. He said, I've got a barrel of it. He said, I'm not going to put it on the taps to sell because it's only one barrel. We just managed to get a barrel of it. Grab yourself a glass and go downstairs in the cellar and just help yourself. So we're like, okay, yeah, brilliant, no problem. Never had it before. Jesus Christ, holy! What we were drinking it in pint glasses. You're not supposed to. You get a bottle that's smaller than that. Because you don't drink a pint of Old Tom, and we had several pints of Old Tom. We were a mess. Absolutely just destroyed for days. It was fantastic. Oh, that was nice stuff.
Yeah, see, the thing is, you guys drink beer? I don't. I can't stand it.
I don't drink beer much, but I do drink it occasionally.
No, I don't like a lot of the smell of beer. Like my dad drinks Labatt Blue, which is a fizzy beer.
That's nonsense. That's American fizzy lager, which is even worse than European fizzy.
Water.
Yeah, it's water with a hint of flavour.
Basically, but I don't like it. I don't like the smell of it. Everyone's like, "Oh, try this, try this." It's like, no.
Yeah, it's because you haven't tried a proper ale. An ale would convert you. An ale would convert you.
I have a very sensitive nose to alcohol.
Yeah, ale doesn't smell like alcohol.
See, that's why it's like when I do get a cocktail, it's always vodka or rum.
You know that smell when it rains after a dry week, and you get the petrichor smell from the pavement. It's called petrichor. It's that beautiful smell of like it's the first rain after several weeks of being dry.
Ozone.
Full fresh smell.
Ozone.
That's ale. That's ale. That's why you probably like it. Zadster says you can get Adnams in Morrison's supermarkets. I shall check because we order a lot of stuff from Amazon now, and they seem to do a lot of Morrison's around here. Stefan Last says, there must be something wrong with me. Everyone likes beer but me. Damn it. I want to like it as it looks so good, but I just don't. You probably just had the wrong beer. If you've only ever had fizzy lager crap, that's probably why you don't like beer, because it's crap.
Yeah, fizzy lager is referred to down south as PISS water for a reason.
Yeah, it's just mouth breather drinks. It's just like it's drunk by people that can't spell their own name when they tattoo their name on the knuckle. People that have like love and hat on the knuckle.
I laugh, but that's so true.
Yeah, love and hat. Pete Rogers says, how about a bishop's finger? It's not that nice, bishop's finger, actually.
You did like that Dutch thing I sent you?
That was, what was that? That was Black, was it Black Horse or something?
Oh, it's Blackie?
Black, yeah, that was nice, actually. That was really nice.
Yeah, it was inspired to be a proper British ale.
It was, actually. It was pretty damn close. It was, if you didn't know, because it was actually really nice. Because I know you get lots of dark and heavy sort of Belgian beers and stuff and continental beers, but they're never quite the same. But that was actually really nice. Stuart Brennan likes Hog's Back beer. You have no idea what beer is till you've had real German beer, says Sergeant Bones. Now you see the Germans. We let the Germans off with the fizzy lager crap because that's nice. Yeah, they kind of made beer like that before there was lager, so let them off. They were allowed a pass. And the only fizzy lager I will ever drink is if I go for a curry or, you know, any kind of thing like that, where you go into, say, a curry house and it's just fizzy lager. But it's, depending on the restaurant, it could be Cobra, or it could be Kingfisher, or it could be, if it's Chinese, it could be like Dao, or you could have Asahi beer. They're nice. They're nice. Zadster, Morrison's do Adnams Bitter, Broadside, Ghost Ship, Lighthouse, and a box of 6 different ones. Ooh, I'm gonna have to check that out then, won't I?
Yeah, Broadside and Ghost Ship are probably their best.
Well, I say this was a 6-pack of beer that we got from Amazon now, so, and that seems to be mostly Morrison stuff. So I'll have to find out. The Downhiller says Xingjiao with sushi for me. Oh yeah. The only time I'll drink fizzy beers like that and lagers is if it's Chinese or Indian. Then it's acceptable. If it's European beer, no.
What?
Yeah, give me a nice bottle of Asahi. I'll do that.
Actually,
anyway.
if I remember correctly, Jingzhou is actually a German-inspired beer.
It probably is. It might not even be Chinese. It's obviously not Chinese, but
no, because I think when they were stationed in that area and Germany had their sphere of influence, they set up the brewery, and then when they got booted out, they basically said, "Well, here's the keys. Have fun."
Yeah, there you go. Have fun.
If I remember correctly.
Well, strangely enough, Sergeant Bones, who's living in Germany, says, funny thing about Jingjiao, did you know that they got their expertise and recipe from the Germans? Yeah. It's just nice beer. It's when you're having a Chinese or anything like that, or you go out for a Japanese, or you go out for an Indian, for a curry, it's appropriate to have a fizzy beer. You wouldn't have a pint of ale with a curry. It would just be stupid, because that's a pint of ale. You know, I've got a pint of ale. That's a meal in of itself. So you don't want a pint of ale and a big heavy curry. You want a light fizzy beer. And like, you know, Asian beers, they're just nice. They're all right. We like those. Anyway, I think what we should do, because I'm just going to keep talking about like beer all night and then get hungry and want more beer. Bad thing. What we should do, it is coming up to 11:20. I'll quickly check in and see how people are doing. Now we know TK's finished his and he's gone. He's just gone.
No, I'm not gone. I was just secretly smoking a cigarette.
Oh, there you go. I remember those days. Sai isn't currently on camera, but you didn't do a build, did you, Sai?
No, but I am slowly progressing through these godforsaken bases. So really, this is my punishment. Really,
yeah, I mean, you could have done one of those Revell Warhammer kits, like Che did.
I was somewhat tempted. I've still got the box. It still hasn't been opened. One of the first Warhammer Conquests. Now, in my mind, that could qualify as a shit kit.
No, because you're getting proper Citadel paints. If you get one of the Revell Citadel ones, it literally is just Revell paint and a crappy brush.
No,
I'll be honest, if you look at the plastic that comes in it, they've taken a very old Games Workshop mold, which would still be good by today's standards, and they've even made the mess of that because they've molded it themselves off their own press. So
it's because Revell.
Yeah, exactly. Well, because Revell.
Yeah.
I think Sai should just get a webcam and build a Revell kit.
See, I actually have an excuse for not having. I'm actually contractually not allowed to have a webcam on my home PC because I have sensitive documents on it pertaining to IBM because I work in computer security, so it's part of my contract. But, yeah.
Yeah, TK, get that microphone hacking software up and running quick.
Yeah, I'll just start on it right now.
Yeah, so Nim, you finish yours. Don't know, isn't it? You've 0.
Yep, that's up on my shelf for now, and I'm just working on a spear for my paladin.
Cool.
There in the back with the wings.
Cool. So you finished your 0. It looked rather awesome. Mrs. B, how are you doing with your helicopter doom?
I am putting in the windows now.
Oh, it looks good.
Yeah, but then I have to do all the landing gear and the top bit, etc. And I'm really, I won't finish that. I'll probably finish the windows and then I'll have to stop because it's a bit much.
Yeah, that's a big complicated build.
Yep.
The question is, for your first model kit, are you enjoying yourself?
Yes, I actually am.
Good.
It's
awesome.
The result will be a bit crappy, but the parts don't really fit together very well.
Oh, that's normal for Revell. That's Revell.
Revell.
Yeah, even if
Revell.
hardcore professional made that, they still have all the bits not fitting together.
Hey, don't knock them. Their more recent kits are pretty decent.
I mean, more recent.
Somebody's paid for.
No, but I'm not defending the brand, but I have to admit, the Enterprise I've built, no fit issues.
Actually, it's actually quite an achievement if they made a Star Trek kit that isn't gash.
Wasn't that an old Polar Lights mold though?
Yeah.
No, they've done 3 new Enterprises. The JJ one, the refit, and the original series one is like, it's an older tool, but like 90% of the parts are reworked.
Oh, okay.
So it is actually a pretty decent kit. Yeah. If you don't cram 50 LEDs into it.
Yeah, there is that. And Bjorn, how are you getting on with yours, dude?
Well,
with your strike, you're not doing a terrible kit, but you're doing a strike rouge. How are you getting on with that?
Well, still painting up the ale pack for the strike.
Lots of tiny fiddly bits.
Yeah, but I love it.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with the strike.
No.
Awesome sauce. Well, everybody's had a lot of fun. I think what we'll do, we'll wrap it up there. Sergeant Bone says, wait a minute, Fox said no cussing and then said Revell. Everybody else has been swearing all night. I've just given up with that now. And TK on the stream, it's never going to go well.
No.
Yeah, what we'll do, we'll call it quits there because I'm dying for a wee again anyway. I've had a lot of beer tonight. It's 11:30. I want to say, first of all, thank you to everyone that's joined me tonight. It's nice to have people in on the stream. We got different people each week, which is quite nice. Nice to meet you all. It's nice that Mrs. B has been working on her first ever model build.
Yeah.
So well done to Mr. B for pushing her into the camera area and throwing a kit at her and saying, "Get that built."
Now the only problem will be if she likes these so much, she's gonna end up spending his model kit budget.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's doing it semi-professional, so he's building Star Trek, etc., for fairs, Comic Cons, etc.
Yeah.
So, well, he's a bit more accomplished.
Yeah. What I would say is you have started with the helicopter, which is, like I say, learning to swim by being dropped in the middle of the Atlantic.
Yeah.
So don't be discouraged. If you struggle a bit with it, don't worry.
Okay.
There's lots more other things out there. You have started off with one of the most complicated builds. So you'll have fun with it, in which case, brilliant.
The part will still come now, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know the English word, rotor, whatever.
Yeah, you've got the rotors to go. That's the tricky bit. Well, it's like Dave said, though, either you'll do brilliantly with it and then you'll never be afraid of any other kind of kit. Or if you end up not enjoying it, don't panic. It's just a helicopter kit. Nobody enjoys making helicopters. So there you go.
Didn't know that, otherwise I would have chosen something else.
Well, you know it now. But you might. Let's see how it goes. But thank you for joining us. But thank you to everybody that joined me tonight. Obviously, apologies, Ted couldn't make it. That was a shame. His broadband's wigged out, but hopefully he'll be with us next week. We'll try and arrange another one for Saturday next week. Get Ted to finish his Messerschmitt. Again, we're not going to do these forever. These are just while we're doing this little fun group build, maybe for the next week or two. And then we'll knock it on the head. We might do a regular Boomhut stream from now on. At some point, we might figure one out because it's been fun having people joining us. It's been a good laugh. So you never know. Keep your eyes peeled. But yes, thank you to everyone that's joined us. Thank you to all of you who've been joining the group build and just posting stuff in the Boomhut. Keep it coming. We're going to have another few weeks of this yet anyway, so it's just a for fun build. Thanks to everyone who's been in the live chat, hanging out. Well, thank you to all of you. Skipper Ted says his internet is still off. It'll be on before he gets still on before. I've lost the thread of that comment now. Oh, here we go. His internet is still off, still on 4G. I bet I've got no data now. Yes, you'll have used up all your data.
But your internet will come on in approximately 5 minutes once the stream has ended.
Yes, or
that's
it'll come
the
on.
rule.
Yeah, or
That's
it'll
the
come on.
rules of the internet.
It'll come on 10 minutes before the e-model stream on Monday. Bing, I'm back. Always the way. But yeah, anyway, I'll wrap it up there. Thank you to everyone that's been watching and taking part. We'll see you all again next week. Don't forget, of course, tomorrow is my Warhammer Sunday stream, 3 p.m. GMT tomorrow. Finger is back to normal. I won't do that too much. It'll break. So I'll be carrying on painting my Imperial Guard Chimera. I'll be doing more dry brushing with the greens. If you remember, I was painting it green. I was showing you how to dry brush in post-shading without using an airbrush. So I'll be carrying on with that. Then I think tomorrow as normal, 8 p.m. is Chris is going to do his Warhamster stream, his gross models working on his Taurus Prime. So we'll find that out tomorrow. And then on Monday, of course, me, Ted, and Chris will be back for the eModels live stream. Don't forget, of course, this isn't anything to do with eModels, this stream, nor is my Sunday stuff, but I am sponsored by them. They are taking now pre-orders for the Revell Star Wars Bandai kits. Forget the word Revell. You don't need to know about that. Bandai Star Wars kits, emodels.co.uk, free shipping.
Don't they still even say Bandai on the box, by the way?
Yeah, I don't even
brilliant.
know if it says Revell on the box, but even if it does, that's the only thing they've done. Is
Yeah, they're literally just distributing them, aren't they?
Yeah, which means
if the team for the boxing continues, they've just debranded them.
Yeah, might just be as much as that. But at the end of the day, they've had nothing to do with the actual manufacturing or anything, so they're going to be good quality. But yeah, so go and check it out. You can go and put. Yeah, Jamie Bones says I thought Chris had and Jeremy does. He sounded like Barry White tonight. He's like, oh, not very well. So he's not been well. He's recovering now. He's got the hacking cough, which means he's fought the illness off. He's just got to let his body recover now because his body nuked itself. So there you go. Anyway, I'm going to press the button because I'm going for a week. I shall see you all tomorrow afternoon for the Warhammer Sunday. And I'll see you on Monday. But until then, take care of yourselves. Go make some. Keep your eyes peeled. The next few days, 20,000 subscribers have been reached. I will be doing a giveaway, and the giveaway will be kick ass. You'll want to win the giveaway prize. So I know Bjorn would want to win it. Bjorn would be like, I want that now, please.
I think I know what it is.
Yeah, I think Nim would want it. Nim would be like, I need that now, please. Give it to me. He definitely knows what it is.
Is it this wasabi you've had in your backlog from a wheel of giveaways?
I'm not going to tell you. You have to find out. But Si knows what it is.
Yeah, and I'm going to try and win it back.
You can if you want. It'd be kind of ironic.
It's not a Spitfire.
It is not. Das ist nicht ein Spitfire, nein. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to leave you on that little coat hanger then. Well, that's not the word I'm looking for. Cliffhanger, not coat hanger.
Coat hanger, yeah.
We'll leave you on that coat hanger. Thanks very much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and we shall see you all. I will see you all tomorrow. Adios, amigos.
Bye.